and we're gonna get the ROH fans before the show starts, and we're gonna try to liven it up a little bit.
Of course, you know, these are the fans from New York City. Watch yourself, cameraman. These Philly drivers, you know, they're worse than New York taxi drivers.
Sickest fans on earth.
It's gonna be pretty nuts. We got a little taste of this crowd. Ridiculous.
There's somebody in there right now. What was that?
Can't believe it. There's someone stealing our heat. What's wrong with this, brother? Holy God. Excuse me. Hit Squad's trying to film a promo. Can we do that? Oh, we got Spanky up in there. One of Shawn Michaels' top students.
Who said shut up?
If I'm not mistaken, isn't that Kruger?
You shut up.
Oh yeah, it's Kruger. You know, this always happens to the Hit Squad. We get all hyped up to do something, and then something's got to be in the way to stop it. But that's okay, because, you know, we don't take nothing from nobody!
He's hungry.
My bad to cut you guys off, but RF Video is on the bus with the camera. Because they wanted to get the Hit Squad and the New York fans that came to see Ring of Honor. So I will pass it over to Bob, and you guys, you do your stuff.
Is that right? Yo, New York people, what's up? Y'all motherfuckers ready to see some hardcore, hard-hit, new wave, real pro wrestling? Yo, tonight, I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen as soon as this drunk guy gets out of my way. I ain't moving. Tonight, you people get to kiss sports entertainment's ass goodbye. And tonight, you're gonna witness the most creative, new wave, alternative style of hard-hitting fucking wrestling that you've ever seen on the East Coast. ECW's not around no more. WCW, they done got sold the fuck out. And I know all you people are tired of the WWF. But tonight, you're all gonna become a bunch of drug addicts, and your drug of choice will be Ring of Honor! ROH! 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 Yo, tonight, you're gonna see stars like Low Key, Homicide, and Boogaloo. The Boogie Nights. American Dragon. Spanky. The Black Nature Boy, Scoot Andrews. AJ Styles. And the motherfucking Hit Squad. Hit Squad, 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 Hit Squad. Hey, everybody, get the fuck up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand the fuck up. Stand up. Every one of you, stand up. Look into this camera, and you tell them who the fuck you came to see. Hit Squad. Hit Squad. Hit Squad. Hit Squad. Hit Squad. Hit Squad. Get up. Get up. Hit Squad. Hit Squad. Tried. Yo, are y'all ready for Ring of Honor? Yeah. I said, are you ready for Ring of Honor? Yeah. I said, motherfuckers, are you ready for Ring of Honor? Yeah. Yeah. Hit Squad. Well, hang on tight, because I promise you, it's going to be a show and a half. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Hey! I tried. Hey, see? That is the New York crowd in Philly. They came all the way from New York to watch Ring of Honor. They came all the way from New York to watch the Hit Squad physically manhandle, physically show some kind of brutality, and show and prove why we are the stiffest players in the game. Hit Squad.
Now we're doing Boston. I don't know how well these people know us because, you know, Hit Squad and New England go together like fat girls and hot guys.
Right up here. That's a real long ride up here. How you guys doing?
What's going on?
All right.
How you doing?
Y'all ready for some wrestling now?
Yeah. All right, brother. We're ready to see you kick some ass.
Hey guys, I don't know how familiar you are with the Hit Squad. I don't know if you know anything about us, but I'm telling you now, this is Mafia. I'm Monsta Mack. All right, we're here tonight because we know you guys came from West Bubba Fuck goddamn up there, where it's cold, where it's so cold. You gotta wear 18 layers, and that's when it's hot out. We know you guys drove all the way down to Philly to watch Ring of Honor,
And a lot of y'all still fucked up from the Super Bowl hangover.
hell yeah! But we promise you that no matter what, DHS, we will give you 100% stiff, 100% brutality, 100% nastiness in the ring like you will never have ever seen before in your life. And I guarantee you, like Mace said, you're gonna have a new drug. What's that drug called, Muff?
A new drug is gonna be called ROH, Ring of Motherfucking Honor. Yo, y'all haven't seen the Hit Squad? Y'all haven't seen the Hit Squad? Have y'all heard about us?
Yeah!
Have y'all heard a lot of fucking Tonight, motherfuckers, you're gonna see exactly why they call us the original bad boys from Bed-Stuy, do or die, Brooklyn, New York. Tonight, you're gonna see that it ain't a hype. It's a fucking reality. Y'all gonna see why they call us the stiffest fucking team in the game today. I'll see y'all.
Hit squad, hit squad, hit squad, hit squad, hit squad.
Eric Gargiulo and Steve Corino here at the Ring of Honor, and this is not on my format sheet, Steve. The Christopher Street connection.
I can't find it either, Eric. What are these goons doing here?
I think they're crashing the party. Ring of Honor is not about guys walking out here in boas and pink and weird looking hats. It's about honor, discipline, strength, power, respect. Something that neither of these three individuals stand for.
Yeah, you got these two alternative lifestyles, and that, what is that, a hussy behind?
That's a hag. That's what they call a hag. What is the relationship between these three? Do you think that she is their personal valet or something?
I don't know, but what I really want to know is why are they even at Ring of Honor? They have no business being here. This is the debut show. You know, we have so many things here on the format, but I don't see the Christopher Street connection. And to be honest, I'm real offended that the Christopher Street connection and Allison Danger are here at Ring of Honor.
I don't understand. I'm looking to put in the hat on them. I'm sure it might not have been the first time that these two have exchanged favors, but do they have to do it in public, Steve? Do they have to do it in public?
Oh no, what they should be doing is doing it out in the parking lot so we don't have to see it.
And a bow around his neck, a tight tank top, Steve. You would think with a body like that he would wear something a little less flattering.
You'd think with a body like that he'd be in a different profession.
This is true. He's got the sun. He just kissed the fan.
Oh.
He just kissed the fan.
And worse than that, he just kissed a male fan.
That's disgusting. And Buffy and Mace, that is the Christopher Street connection. That's Allison Danger in the background. I don't understand what their relationship is. I don't understand what they're doing here. I thought we were going to be seeing the amazing Red and Jay Briscoe.
That's what I have here. Why are these three even out here? Are they even going to get in the ring? Are they going to walk around and talk to all the great fans here at Ring of Honor? Just get these guys out of here. Where's security when we need them?
I knew it was too good to be true. Ring of Honor told everybody they were not going to have gimmicks. They were not going to have crazy characters. Sports entertainment was dead as they knew it. It was pure pure sport. But I don't see any answer to anything entertaining right now. But this is definitely not sport.
Oh, definitely not. Ring of Honor is about pro wrestling. It's not about sports entertainment.
And these guys here, now they got a microphone. I think somebody should just pull the mic, kill the lights, do something. Get them. Why don't you go out there and give them the old school expulsion or something?
Oh, I would. You know what? I would pay great money to see these three getting the crap beat out of them.
And they got the microphone. It looks like it's going to be Mace with the microphone. Oh, it's Buffy. Excuse me. He looks really comfortable with that microphone in front of his mouth, doesn't he?
I don't want your kind here.
I don't.
What are they saying?
They're called. You know what they're saying.
I just wanted to hear it out of your mouth.
Not allowed to say it according to my contract. He just admitted he was gay. I don't think he's talking about being happy. Homo what? He's out of it.
Oh, what the? Oh, God, please no, Bobby, please no.
Can't we bring
Oh, no, where's his hand going? Who's that?
the hit squad?
Oh, my God, there they are.
The hit squad have hit the ring.
Oh, it's bad news for the Christopher Street Connection. Oh, good night.
A big belly-to-belly overhead throw. The hit squad have came out. It looks like we got a match on our hands, Steve.
He ducks a clothesline. German suplex on the top of his gay head.
Mafia just dropped him head first the way that he likes it. You know he likes it up top.
Oh, these guys are great. The Hit Squad, the hardest hitting tag team in pro wrestling.
A Rikishi bomb, and I can hear it from here. Mafia now hits the ropes, and a cannibal senton.
And that's 300 pounds of pure man hitting that pure pansy.
How do you defend against two guys as hard-hitting as the Hit Squad? Come from the streets of New York, wrestle all over the East Coast, one of the most dominant tag teams in professional wrestling today. And what a clothesline from Compton.
You know how you defend yourself against them? You don't piss them off.
Absolutely, they have come out here to defend the honor of Ring of Honor, to defend the honor of guys in the back like Loki, Christopher Daniels, Jay Briscoe, the Maximos, you and I.
What's he got here? Is this the world famous burning hammer?
This is going to be a burning hammer and a big way burning hammer it is. A burning hammer to Mace.
And there's your debut match of Ring of Honor. The Hit Squad not only just saved pro wrestling, he saved the Ring of Honor. These two, the hardest hitting tag team, don't get paid by the hour. They made short work of the Christopher Street Connection.
The Hit Squad representing everybody here, and Ring of Honor starting things off with an absolute bang here tonight. I can't wait to see what happens next. If this is only the beginning.
Oh my goodness gracious, we're in for a great night. What's that hack doing in there?
Somebody get that slut. And they got her.
Who's gonna? Oh, the big clothesline coming up. Wait, he held up. What's going on? Oh my goodness gracious.
I guess they have respect for women.
Maybe he's got a big heart. Uh-oh. There's problems in Hit Squadville.
The Hit Squad, what are they going to do with this broad? What are they going to do with her? It's like caveman times. They're dragging her around like by her hair, like a caveman and his wife.
What's he calling for? Is he going for a table?
He's calling for a table.
What's he going to do with her at the table?
I think she's going somewhere. I think she's going for a trip. I think she's about to get some wood.
Fight, little girl. Fight. It's not going to help.
Look at her flailing her arms. She's got to do a lot better than that. She should have studied harder in her Aikido classes.
You know it. She's trying. Bet you she wish she would have got that haircut.
I bet you she wishes she would have stayed with the straight tag team.
Well, that's what you get. You play with fire, you're going to get burned.
Mafia Monster Match. She should have brought protection with her tonight.
Well, Ring of Honor's got protection in the name of the Hit Squad. She's trying to get away, but you're not getting away from these two big 300-pounders that mean business.
What are the Christopher Street Connection even thinking getting involved at Ring of Honor? Good night.
Oh, right on her head.
And look at the face of Mafia. Look at Monster Mack. They're just having a blast in there, like two kids at a party.
Anybody else want to step up and disrespect the Ring of Honor? You're going to have to step up to the Hit Squad.
And it's not about bashing anybody. It's about the Ring of Honor. representing Ring of Honor. And Steve, we just started.
I know.
We've just begun.
I'm excited. My favorite tag team in the whole wide world, the Hit Squad, the hardest hitting tag team. When you talk about stiff, you look up stiff in the dictionary, you see those two big heads right in there. That they spell out stiff. They spell out hard hitting. Oh, they're scraping the free off the mat right now.
And look at the fans. Look at the fans going absolutely nuts for the Hit Squad.
They're going nuts. We're going nuts. The Hit Squad just turned Ring of Honor into what it should be, all about honor.
Ring of Honor! It's not about stupid gimmicks or dumb salads! Ring of Honor is all about the toughest competition, the most hardest hitting, roughest stars, the Hit Squad. Let's take it home, brother. You son of a
Coming up next, the Amazing Red and Jay Briscoe here at Ring of Honor.
Tonight, I'm going to prove that the Briscoe name is the best in the business, whether it be a singles or a tag team.
Jay, I'm the one member of the SAT that wrestles in singles. Your brother's not going to help you tonight, because you're getting hit with the infrared. Expect the unexpected.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, a couple in the ring by Briscoe.
What a way to start things off here at Ring of Honor. Of course, we saw the Hit Squad open things up with the Christopher Street connection, but this the first scheduled match, and what a matchup it's going to be, the Amazing Red and Jay Briscoe.
This is what the standards are going to be set from. Jay Briscoe, Amazing Red, both men under 20 years old, both men under 2 years experience. They have a lot of pressure on them.
Absolutely, with the wrestlers in the back watching, they, of course, setting the standard, setting the pace tonight. Coming back from the Hit Squad, who were just out there beating the crap out of everybody that got in their sight. They're going to maybe slow it down and set a wrestling pace. And of course, Jay Briscoe, the grappler in this matchup, the wrestler, Red, the aerial man, the high flyer, the grappler against the high flyer. What a classic match that is.
Absolutely. Briscoe, who has a very big height and weight advantage, but the Amazing Red makes up for it in heart.
Of course, Mark Briscoe outside of the ring with Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe not too used to the singles competition, as he made a name for himself in this business as a tag partner with his brother Mark. But as of late, he's been trying to break away into a singles wrestler. Red, on the other hand, is very versatile, has wrestled many matches, both tag and singles.
And look at the fans showing their appreciation to these two great athletes, Jay Briscoe, the Amazing Red, and this is just the beginning.
Of course, we're going to see quite a feeling out process, I would imagine, right now between both wrestlers. These two wrestlers have met many times in different forms of tag team matches. They've had quite a rivalry with their respective partners all throughout the Northeast, but never in a singles match.
Hard shoulder tackle down. Amazing Red, big leapfrog. Comes by, switches off, Irish whip. Leapfrog by Briscoe. Drop down. Here he comes, throws him right over the top rope.
The beat Paso sends Red right over the top rope. Red lands real hard on the outside of the ring there. And Jay Briscoe, what an athlete he is. What a versatile athlete. He can go high to the air as well as it looks like he is planning to do right now.
And Eric, if I'm right, Jay Briscoe has a very, very big football background. Am I right?
Absolutely. Very versatile, very decorated high school football player with both ways, offense and defense. Was a very recognized player, recruited by colleges all over the country. Played ball at Laurel High School in Laurel, Delaware.
And we're just lucky to have him here at the Ring of Honor in the first scheduled match with the Amazing Red. Hard right hand by the Amazing Red.
Absolutely. The Amazing Red will have quite an interest later on tonight as his usual partners, the Maximo brothers, are going to be part of that fatal five-way matchup.
Oh, it should be something else.
And a big leg lariat out of Jay Briscoe there. Going to try and slow the Amazing Red up. And Jay Briscoe better not try and get too finesse here, too glamorous. May not try and out-finesse Red, who is a high flyer. And if you're Red, you don't want to try and out-grapple Jay Briscoe, the wrestler.
Jay Briscoe, very smart, slowing it down a little bit, trying to get Red off of his game. High flying is Red's game. Jay Briscoe. Oh, hard right hand.
Jay Briscoe with the big right hand. Jay Briscoe, the aggressor in this matchup. At this point in time, Jay Briscoe has that little bit of an aggressive streak, and which is a good thing. It's led to several victories.
Oh, did you hear the impact?
What a hard-hitting kick. We heard it all the way here in our broadcast booth.
The Amazing Red, hard kicker. Got him right in the back of the head, stunning Jay Briscoe. Nice hard kick.
And Steve Corino, if you were Jay Briscoe right now, what kind of an offense would you have against a guy like Red who's going to come at you from all parts of the arena?
Quite simply, my theory on high flyers, take out their legs.
The high flyers as well, what you got to worry about if you are a high flyer, if you go to the well one too many times, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Oh, exactly. And Jay Briscoe's got him here. What's he setting up for?
Looks like he's trying to hook him for some kind of a fisherman's buster here. And look at him holding Red, letting Red think about it before he drops him on his head.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Red is not getting up from that.
And did you see the eyes rolling to the back of the head of Red when he hit the canvas?
The people may be up, but Red is out.
And Jay Briscoe right now mounting some kind of energy that he has about him. It looks like maybe it took a little bit out of him as well.
How the Amazing Red kicked out of that, I will never know.
While these two athletes have the cardiovascular conditioning to go all night, the pace that they have started in this matchup, this one could be over at any time.
Jay Briscoe taking a little too much time going to the top rope here.
Jay Briscoe now climbing up top. Again, I mentioned it earlier, you don't want to be a high flyer if you're in there against one of the greatest high flyers on the show, meaning Red. But Red, of course, reverses things. Not out of the ordinary for Red to counter a high-flying maneuver and a big brain buster of his own.
He could get the pin here.
Look at Mikey right in there.
Red's got to hook that leg, though.
Come on.
You can hear Mark Briscoe shouting words of encouragement to his brother Jay from outside of the ring.
The Amazing Red on top right now. Big right hand, two.
Let's go. Bring up the ropes.
Red has used quite a lot of punches in this matchup. Maybe try to wear down Jay Briscoe. What a kick! Could have broken a finger or two off of Jay Briscoe.
Jay Briscoe showing some strength, kicking him right in the back of the head, though.
Red is just lethal with those kicks. And Red nails him in the mush with a big crescent kick.
Oh, Jay Briscoe does him one better.
And Jay Briscoe, I can't believe it, he outkicked Red.
I think even Mark's amazed at the speed and velocity that he threw that kick at the Amazing Red's face.
Jay Briscoe right now hearing it from these fans. He feels it. He's got that adrenaline rush. Look at the face. Look at the intensity. Look at the determination of Jay Briscoe. He says that's it. He's going for the Jay Driller.
This is an amazing move here. Oh, he can't get Red up.
And Red goes to counter. Remember, they've been in the ring with each other before on several occasions. Red has seen this, and he has also been on the receiving end of this move.
And he's going to be receiving it again. Oh, maybe not. The resilience of Red.
Red just doing everything he can to fight out of this move.
Oh, no.
And Jay just sticking with it. Jay Driller.
Oh.
Jay Driller. Look at Red going into convulsions on on the side of the ring there.
That's absolutely it. Jay Briscoe is going to win this one.
What a lethal maneuver. What a devastating maneuver. How can any man survive something like that?
Well, it's going to be over in about 3 seconds here. Jay Briscoe makes the cover.
And he hooks the leg.
Oh, look at the amazing Red. Knowing where he's at in the ring, even though he's dazed, confused. The amazing Red knew where he was at, put his foot on the bottom rope. A smart move.
That ring awareness of Red is amazing. For him, with that little bit of experience, to be able to put his foot under that rope, use that rope to his advantage, break the count.
Oh, definitely. Jay Briscoe going to the top again. He wasn't very successful the first time.
Jay Briscoe may be looking for that cannonball senton. He likes to use it a lot. Has ended many matches for the Briscoe's opponents, and Red's seen it before.
Like we said earlier, these two know each other inside and out. They know each other's moves. They know each other's thoughts. That's what makes such a great match here at Ring of Honor.
Look at Red. He can barely stand on his feet. Oh! You gotta be kidding me. Jay Briscoe got the better of Red with that gore, but off the top.
Let me guess. Jay Briscoe was a linebacker.
He was a linebacker, Steve. He was a linebacker and an offensive lineman. Oh! Jay Briscoe nails that half and half on Red.
And it right all hole on his head.
Red's got major problems right now after receiving a J driller and a half and half. This has got to be it. Now it looks like he's setting him up for that cannonball senton.
Third time. He's 0 for 2 right now. Going to the top rope. Taking a lot of time.
Maybe the third time's the charm.
Maybe.
Jay Briscoe now up. Jay Briscoe cannonball senton on the miss.
Jay Briscoe's got to stay on the mat. 3 times he's gone to the well.
Red goes up top real quick. Red alert! Red alert!
He got him!
Red star press!
He got this. Could be it. We got a winner!
And that's it. And Red and Jay Briscoe set the standard, set the pace for Ring of Honor tonight.
Unbelievable contest. Jay Briscoe, who I don't know all that much about, has shown me that he is a true superstar here in Ring of Honor. And the amazing Red is just simply amazing.
We're looking at 2 prodigies of the sport of professional wrestling, 2 superstars of the next generation, and right now, 2 stars of Ring of Honor. Both wrestlers, look at the toll the punishment has taken on both of their bodies.
That's right, because they're on heart, they're on determination, they're on desire. They all want to be number 1 here at Ring of Honor.
And Red doesn't look like much of a winner right now, but regardless of that, the W does go in his column.
And that's what it means. W means green. Wins mean money. Money means you get to do whatever you want. When you have the most money, you're the man. Just like me, Eric.
Just like you, huh? What's going to happen now? They're going to go out and again, wait a minute. And what a show of sportsmanship. You got to love the handshake, Steve Corino.
That's right. There's no hate. I hate you. You hate me. This is all about honor. This is about sportsmanship. This is about who is the best.
Coming up next, Xavier and Scoot Andrews.
February 23rd, 2002, RF Video presents Ring of Honor. You see, the top competitors from all around the country come here tonight to prove one thing, and that's that they belong here in the Ring of Honor. Now, gentlemen, I'm not here to prove that I'm the all-around best, nor am I here to claim that this is the gospel. I'm here to prove that it's not the size of the fighter, but the size of the fight he will bring. And when the time comes, all you can do is be ready.
Look around. My neighborhood is gone. Cameraman, I say look around. This is my neighborhood. This is when I used to sell drugs, do drive-bys, do all the gang type, whatever you want to call, these white people want to say it. But anyway, I bring my boy from the dirty South, Boogalou, and we're going to take some business. I can't believe this, man. I can't believe this, man. Yo, I used to beat up little kids in the block. My mom's, she used to cook me some chicken over here. The only thing I got is this chicken. Oh man, I'm pissed. I'm very pissed. You know, we used to survive in the streets, and that's the reason we wear this mask. We want to cover our faces, but we're gonna bring the streets and Ring of Honor. And Ring of Honor, you're gonna find out why they call us the Natural Born Sinners, because we're gonna bring this gutter. We're gonna bring these streets to the ring. So if I was y'all, all the greatest talent of the East Coast, the West Coast, and the dirty South, even the Northeast, you're gonna find out why Homicide and Boogalou, we're gonna bring this violent style, and you're gonna know why we're gonna bring this gutter, this ghetto into the Ring of Honor. So prepare yourself, because it's gonna be an honor to kick all of your asses.
What's wrong, kid? What's going on?
Hey man, how are you?
Xavier, nice to meet you, man. Listen, man. Things like this happen all the time in the wrestling business. You're young, you know, to give you some time, you know, you get your chance in there. All right, man? Just keep your head up.
Whatever.
This is Scoot Andrews, the Ring of Honor, and I'm really glad to be here for two reasons. 2001 was a great year for me. I made a name for myself on the national scene. 2002 is going to be my year. And what better way to kick off 2002 than right here, the Ring of Honor. Xavier, sorry it has to be you, but it has to be somebody to be my stepping stone. We'll see you in the ring, Xavier, and we'll see you in the ring, fans. Ring of Honor, Scoot Andrews, 2002.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, weighing in at 200 pounds, from Queens, New York, Xavier!
This is going to be Scoot Andrews and Xavier, who unquestionably had their best years as pros in the year 2001. Looking to start off 2002 here tonight at Ring of Honor with a victory.
Oh, absolutely. You said their best years were in 2001, but what have they got in store for them in 2002? I think much more.
Scoot Andrews, of course, has held numerous championship belts all over the East Coast, all over the United States, as a matter of fact. Very accomplished. Xavier has done so much in so little time. What a matchup this is going to be tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Scoot Andrews goes behind him. Scoot Andrews, of course, the black nature boy, goes behind with a hammerlock. Xavier with one as well. Two wrestlers in here. When you talk about wrestling, you talk about sport, you talk about Ring of Honor, this is what it is all about. Scoot Andrews and Xavier. Xavier, what a
reversal there.
Look at that.
Both these guys in great physical and mental shape. These guys came to do hard work. They didn't come to play. They are not playing the part of a pro wrestler. These guys are pro wrestlers 24 hours a day.
And what you have to look out for out of Xavier is an offense and a defense that consists of jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, and taekwondo. You will see a lot of that. And from Scoot Andrews, he is just a pure athlete. A high school and collegiate wrestling background. He also spent 13 years in football as a running back in high school, college, and at a semi-pro level in Canada.
Both men feeling each other out. Move for move here. Each men have studied tapes that you can get here at artvideo.com. They've studied the tapes. They want to know who they're getting in the ring with.
Now, Steve, you know Scoot Andrews very well. What kind of an offense, if you were Xavier, would you put forth against a man like Scoot Andrews?
Against Scoot Andrews, what you got to do is keep him on the mat. Scoot Andrews is more of a power wrestler than a high flyer. So when you keep Scoot Andrews on the mat, he can't use all his power moves. He can't use suplexes. He can't use body slams. He can't use power slams. So you got to keep him on the mat. Keep him grounded.
Kind of interesting that Scoot Andrews and Xavier go to the mat, and Scoot Andrews continued to stay on the mat. It was Xavier that broke it up. A total roll head scissor. It drops him face first. The Scoot Andrews. Scoot Andrews, his reputation precedes himself. Xavier, exactly the same. These two had such a banner year in 2001. Everybody all over the United States talking about Scoot Andrews and Xavier. Scoot Andrews and Xavier. But that is the past. 2002, Ring of Honor. Today, now, that is what counts.
That's right. Whatever they've done, whether it was yesterday, a year ago, or 10 years ago, it doesn't matter. It's all about tonight here at Ring of Honor. You know, Scoot Andrews has a little bit of an experience advantage on Xavier, but Xavier, a little known fact, was a security guard for a pro wrestling company. And what he did, instead of worrying about saving people, saving fans, he watched the wrestlers. He learned. He studied. Xavier is a true student of the game, and that's what's made him so successful here.
Very, very good point there. And Scoot Andrews, of course, blocking, using a lot of defense as an offense. Something he gets out of, look at that heel kick there, something that he gets from one of his mentors. He calls himself the Black Nature Boy, studied a lot of the original Nature Boy, or the Nature Boy of our time anyway, Ric Flair, who also used defense as a best offense.
That's right. Scoot Andrews is a thinking man's wrestler. He's always thinking what Xavier's going to do, not just now, but 2 minutes from now, 10 minutes from now, what he wants to finish Scoot Andrews off with. Scoot Andrews is thinking so many steps ahead, and that's what makes him a successful professional athlete.
Xavier, when I've seen him in the past, he's been a little cocky, a little arrogant, but tonight here at Ring of Honor, he seems a little humbled. He seems a little taken back by the big event, by the big extravaganza, by the athletes in our locker room. He was even giving advice to Eric Tuttle, the Cowboy, earlier tonight.
Well, quite honestly, Eric, whatever you do in other pro wrestling companies doesn't matter. When you here, you come to fight. You don't come to play. You come to fight.
And not enough there for Xavier to get the win as he follows through with a kick. That kick's going to hurt a lot more than a usual kick because it's coming from a guy with a martial arts background of Taekwondo, kickboxing, and jiu-jitsu.
6 strong right hands on Scoot Andrews, has him slumped in the corner.
Looks like he's trying to wear down the big powerhouse. Scoot Andrews flips him around. Head drop. Dropped him right on his back. Maybe he got his head in on that one.
Scoot Andrews is still feeling the effect of 6 hard right hands from Xavier. Now he comes over for the pin.
Referee John Finnegan right in there, but no, and he didn't hook the leg. Very surprised.
That's right. A guy like Scoot Andrews does not make many mistakes. That's why he is one of the best. When you take away the mistakes, you win.
Chopping up Xavier now. It looked like maybe he was trying to show him up a little bit with those chops. He may have woke him up. 2 men in superior physical shape. Look at the physical conditioning of these two.
Oh, yeah.
What a clothesline, took him right off his feet.
Scoot Andrews suckered Xavier in there. He was waiting for could it be? A bulldog maybe that Xavier was going to hit on Scoot Andrews? Suckered him in, hit him with a very hard clothesline.
Scoot Andrews now goes for the cover. Scoot Andrews, look at the look of frustration on his face. Look at the eyes. The eyes say it all.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Scoot Andrews now picking up Xavier. Scoops him up, body slam. I'm surprised to see Scoot Andrews go up top. He's not exactly the most aerial wrestler in the world, something that we usually don't see out of Scoot Andrews.
The only reason Scoot Andrews doesn't go to the air a lot of times is because he doesn't have to. He keeps that part of his arsenal intact because he'll go to the air when he has to, but unfortunately, he was unsuccessful right there.
And maybe that's why we don't see Scoot Andrews go to the air that much. And Xavier now, both men to their feet at the same time, just battling it out tooth and nail at this point. Who wants it more?
5 hard right hands, 6 hard right hands. Scoot goes down, elbow drop.
A big elbow out of Xavier. Scoot Andrews is in a lot of trouble right now. It seems that his psyche is broken. What a force.
He just drilled it.
Xavier seems to be having his way with Scoot Andrews.
Xavier did something very smart. He pulled Scoot Andrews into the middle of the ring so that Scoot could not put his foot in the ropes. And unfortunately, Scoot kicked out.
Great ring awareness out of Xavier. Xavier now signaling for a punch, maybe taking a little bit too long. What a forearm, just driving the forearm shots in there.
Oh.
As brutal as they are clean.
It's not clean when they're on the ropes, though, Eric.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Oh, my goodness. What knee strikes by Xavier. That's 2 knee strikes, 3 knee strikes. Look at Scoot. He may be out on his feet. Finnegan may want to get in there.
That is all part of that kickboxing and taekwondo background of Xavier. Xavier now scoops him up, drops him right on his back. Scoot Andrews is in a lot of trouble. What kind of an offense do you have against knees coming right to your head, right to your eyes?
Oh, no, especially after the first one. You're dazed and confused. Your reaction time is so limited.
Reversal there by Scoot Andrews, who looks like he's going on instinct at this point. Scoot Andrews, no. Twists out of it.
Oh!
Does it right on the back of his neck. Reverse DDT there out of Scoot Andrews.
A very good defensive wrestler, Scoot Andrews, and the Black Nature Boy makes the cover.
And again, look at the look of frustration on the face of Scoot Andrews.
That's the thing, I've never seen Scoot Andrews this frustrated before.
It just goes to show you how much that this match means to Scoot Andrews, what Ring of Honor is all about. A kick and a miss, and the force of nature. He's got it locked.
Here it goes. This is the big finisher. No one gets out of this. All right on his head.
The force of nature.
It's over.
Wait.
The foot's outside the ropes.
Did he get lucky or was that ring awareness, Steve?
I don't know, but it was a lucky break for Xavier because he just got dropped on his head. Wait a second, Xavier just did something very smart. He went to the floor. Scoot Andrews is very frustrated. He's wasted time with John Finnegan when he should be outside. Bring Xavier back in the ring. Maybe giving it to him one more time for the 1, 2, 3. Xavier is, look at him. He's breathing. He's trying to get good. He's trying to get better. He's in bad shape, but he's getting that extra time to recoup. That may have been a big mistake from Scoot Andrews.
And the frustration of Scoot Andrews could be what cost him some major time there, some valuable time against Xavier. He's spending too much. Again, he's arguing with referee John Finnegan. Why? I don't know. I've never seen Scoot Andrews like this either.
Exactly. And Scoot Andrews has now waited 45 seconds, 50 seconds. And Xavier kicks out. Xavier kicks out. If Scoot Andrews would have went for the pin right away, he may have had his hand raised in victory, but he's still concerned with arguing with John Finnegan. When Xavier is getting ready, he's getting the streak back. Schoolboy, this could be it.
I thought that was it. He almost cost himself a victory right there.
Oh, right to the back of the head, into the neck area.
Looks like Xavier may have pinched a nerve by using those shots, going back to the force of nature.
Xavier's trying to fight back a little bit here.
He's going to hit that pump handle. No, Xavier lands on his feet. Kick to the midsection.
Oh!
Some of that neck breaker. What a vicious neck breaker.
And he got him. Xavier got him.
So much for 2001.
What a great match between Xavier and Scoot Andrews, the Black Nature Boy. And you know what? I have to say, that match was even from the whole time, from the beginning of the bell to the end of the bell. It was totally even. Scoot Andrews, Xavier, 2 superstars, not future superstars, 2 superstars here in Ring of Honor.
I gotta tell you, Scoot Andrews right now, he could have had that match won. No matter how even it was, he could have had that match won, and maybe he should have had that match won. Scoot Andrews right now, it's very upset, very frustrated. He's very puzzled. He doesn't understand. I'm sure Scoot is going to want a rematch. I am sure Scoot is going to approach Ring of Honor about a rematch.
Oh, absolutely. He's frustrated. He knows he should have won. I don't know if he's blaming himself, if he's blaming John Finnegan, but Scoot Andrews is very frustrated.
And of course, Xavier, is he going to give him a rematch? Will he sign for the rematch?
I think so, because Xavier is all about honor, all about respect. He knows that he was taken to the limit with Scoot Andrews, and he's going to definitely want a rematch with the Black Nature Boy. Wait a second.
That's not part of the code.
Oh, no, definitely.
What a sore loser.
The Black Nature Boy was defeated fair and square. Hey, I'm a poor sport. No, I mean, I'm not really a poor sport, but I don't like to lose. But Scoot Andrews was just beaten for a 1-2-3. It could have went either way, but wait a second, he's back in the ring.
You see Xavier point to that Ring of Honor side, letting Scoot Andrews know this isn't just any other regular show. This is Ring of Honor. And there you go. That's
there you
all
go,
about, Steve.
That's the Scoot Andrews I know. Scoot Andrews, Xavier, two major superstars here, the Ring of Honor.
From the Boogie Down Bronx,
two. No respect for authority whatsoever. Running around here like they own the place. In the locker room, in the back, they're just running around there with their chainsaws, trying to intimidate the other wrestlers in the back. No sense of conformity for these natural-born sinners.
There's one word that describes the natural-born sinners. Dangerous. Did you see him bring the chainsaw to the ring?
Did you see that mask that he had on? What kind of intimidation is that?
Intimidation. It's not a gimmick. That's real life. These guys, when you see them in the locker room, no one wants to talk to them. No one wants to mess with the natural-born sinners. Promoters don't want to book them because they don't know if these guys are going to be, mental enough to get in the ring and just beat up their opponents. Promoters are scared they're going to get beat up. The boys are scared that they're going to get beat up. These guys come to play.
They're scared. They take what they want when they want it. Whether it's your girlfriend, whether it's your wife, whether it's your money, whether it's your ring gear, whether it's your car, whether it's your house, whether it's your family, it does not matter. They will take whatever they want when they want it.
You know what's the worst part about it? Is they're not just thugs. They're not just street fighters. These guys have amateur backgrounds, which makes them 100 times more dangerous. And the Boogie Knights are a great up-and-coming tag team. But I'll tell you what, they're outclassed tonight with the natural-born sinners.
Of course, earlier we saw a promo in which Homicide found the chicken where his home used to be. It's a symbol that he has nothing to go back to. He has nothing at all if he doesn't make it here tonight at Ring of Honor.
Well, I don't know what the chicken's going to mean in this match, but I'll tell you what, for me, I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty easy win for the natural-born sinners. They're going to establish themselves tonight here at Ring of Honor on the Boogie Knights' head here. I'm thinking in 1 or 2 more minutes, the natural-born sinners will be victorious.
Normally, you would expect to see two wrestlers coming out with chainsaws, masks, and even that rubber chicken earlier come out there and just brawl to just beat their opponents up. But they are in controlled mayhem. Boogalou is not just a brawler. He is a 1994-1995 Sunshine State champion in amateur wrestling. Boogalou earned 2 state titles, 2 district championships, 2 regional titles, and 2 metro titles, in addition to winning the prestigious Harrington Mack Classic tournament. He may as well have won the Masters Golf Tournament at this rate as well.
Exactly. Just when you think that they're going to beat you up with objects, they stretch you.
Absolutely. And Homicide as well, a very accomplished athlete, very accomplished baseball player in high school. Homicide is another man that deserves to be reckoned with. And Boogaloo now going for that wig splitter. You ever have your wig split, Steve?
Not that I know of, and I don't think I really want to.
And of course, official H.C. Loken there to break things out. H.C. Loken is the guy that these two are going to push around. They try and push everybody else around, but I don't think Loke's going to allow that to happen.
Well, they don't call him the extreme official for anything.
You've been in there with Loke before. What kind of an official is he like?
He's a great official. Not only is he a great official, he's a great wrestler, and the guy doesn't take guff from anybody.
Danny Drake now on the receiving end of some controlled mayhem for the natural-born sinners. The Boogie Knights are starting to gain a reputation here on the East Coast for being a very reputable tag team. But tonight, as you said earlier, it really should be an easy win for this natural-born sinners tag team.
Yeah, and that's to take nothing away from the Boogie Knights. They're a great up-and-coming tag team, but these natural-born sinners are just dangerous.
And a big clothesline over the top rope. Boogaloo now There you have Mike Tobin in the ring, who's going head-to-head with Homicide. Homicide with a drop toe hold. What is he doing? What's he gonna fly? Is he trying to mimic that rubber chicken?
Just when you think you figured the natural born sinners out, they do something else to shock you.
Look out. These natural born sinners, they have no respect for anybody.
Did Drake just take a seat?
Oh! And a big swanton tope, and he went right into that cage there, and he's mad at everybody.
13 people just went down. And look, he's smiling.
And a big plancha by Mike Tobin.
Knocked the sinners down. I got to give it to the Boogie Knights. They're lasting a lot longer than I thought they would.
And right now, the natural born sinners, Boogie Knights, how vengeful, how much more disgusting can these two be with just no respect for anybody?
That's right. I mean, if they blow their shot here at Ring of Honor, where else are they going to go?
They got a big amateur-style takeover there by Boogaloo. Homicide now up top. The double stomp!
Oh, my goodness.
I think he just had a vasectomy in there.
Whatever he ate for dinner is coming up right now. And look at them. Look at the smiles on their faces.
They're just smiling. This is all part of community service for them. HC Loke trying to be as authoritative as he could possibly be with these two maniacs in there.
Oh, big right hand.
Lets him just think about it. Mike Tobin on the outside. Danny Drake inside on the receiving end of another big right hand. Have you ever wrestled anybody in your life, Steve, with this kind of disregard for authority and rules like these natural born sinners?
Oh, definitely. I've wrestled guys that, you can't tell anything to any of them, but never the dangerous qualities of the natural born sinners. That's like I said, they're not just thugs. They can stretch you, too.
Absolutely. It looks like he was going to go for another wig splitter, maybe. No. Danny Drake with the reversal.
Out of instinct. 1, 2. Could that be it? No. Eric, do you think it was a good idea to go for the pin when he has a fresh man on the ring apron?
I think it shows a lot of heart, but a little bit of a lack of brains or a lack of experience. And a big bomb there, big version of his Rikishi bomb. Tags in a Mike Tobin, springboard swanton.
Nice, could be enough. May have overshot him a little.
And of course, there is always a code of ethics in professional wrestling, as I'm sure you can talk about here, that no matter how much you hate your opponent, you do have that respect for their body, but these two have no respect whatsoever for their opponent's body.
Oh, absolutely not. Did you see HC Loke was getting very upset at the interference?
Absolutely, HC Loke getting very frustrated at this point. A brain buster there out of Boogaloo.
Oh, these guys are impressive. They may not like to follow the rules. They may set their own rules. But I'll tell you what, these guys are unbelievable athletes.
HC Loke now may count them both out. No, a tag is made. Each team has a fresh man in. Drops him right on the knee. Oh, what a Yakuza kick.
I think I just saw his ear fly off.
And he drops him right down to the center of the ring. Look at him feeling it. Look at the adrenaline rush that Homicide has going on right now.
Four forearm shivers in the corner and a big forearm.
Homicide is self-trained, trained a little bit with the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez.
And if you know the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez, he's a little nuts. He's a little special. And when you get trained by him, you become a little nuts and special yourself.
Homicide with the clothesline, Boogaloo with the south of heaven, as he likes to call it.
I don't know who's feeling heaven there. That's like a one-way trip to hell when you take that move.
And look at these two animals smelling blood right now. Smelling blood.
Now why aren't they putting them away? Why aren't they putting them away? What's he doing? Eric, what's he got?
That's a rubber chicken. These two are having some fun in there.
What's he going to do with that thing? Oh, right to the head.
He just hit him over the head with a rubber chicken.
Oh, it's got to sting. That's got to hurt. You ever been beat with a rubber chicken before?
Not since yesterday, Steve.
Do I really want to know the story?
Keep asking and I'll tell.
Oh.
Over the top, no.
Wait a second, what happened there? I heard the bell.
Was there a pin? HC Loke now.
HC Loke is just disqualified.
He's gonna make them more angry.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee HC Loke has disqualified the natural
Can you believe the Boogie Knights now have a victory over the natural born Port Sinners.
What an upset! What an upset! We didn't give them a chance. 5 minutes ago, we didn't give them a chance. 10 minutes ago, when we saw it on the lineup downstairs, we didn't give the Boogie Nights a chance, and they're walking out of here, the worse for wear, with their arms raised in victory.
Can you believe a chicken cost them the match? Have you ever lost a match due to a chicken?
I may have, but I don't want to discuss that. What I want to discuss is HC Loaf is in a verbal confrontation with both members of the Natural Born Sinners.
The very same symbol, the chicken, the only thing that Homicide and Boogaloo have left is what cost them the match. That symbol is what they need to succeed.
He just punked out the Natural Born Sinners. HC Loaf just punked out the Natural Born Sinners. Unbelievable.
He doesn't care. He's been in there with the best.
That's the Extreme official. Oh, there goes the Extreme official.
Again, no respect for authority, no respect for officials. They do not conform to society standards.
Eric.
Or the Natural Born Sinners.
Eric.
Right here, Steve.
What does he have?
He's got a spike.
Is that a spike or no? He just stabbed him. He just stabbed. Call 911. Call the Philadelphia police. That's attempted murder.
It's just like a street mugging. I think they may have broken their probation.
Oh my goodness gracious. Granted, HC Loaf probably should have left the ring, but he's getting carved up now. It's an early Thanksgiving here, and the big turkey named HC Loaf is getting torn apart right now by the Natural Born Sinners.
This HC Loaf comes in here with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, a little bit of an attitude. Give him credit for standing up to these Natural Born Sinners, but you know what? It was all for nothing, because right now he is being carved a new one.
Oh my goodness, look at that, look at that. HC Loaf is lacerated. HC Loaf is bleeding here.
Look at the
And they're laughing. It's fun for them. They don't care what cold hearts are in these Natural Born Sinners.
Is this what the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez taught Homicide?
What's he doing here?
It's a cup killer.
Oh!
A cup killer.
Right on the back of his head. Right on.
Referee killer. Who is going to stop the Natural Born Sinners?
I don't know.
Come on. We're on the fucking match. Let's get out of here. Come on, car keys. Before we put the fucking chainsaw. Let's go. Come on.
I've never been hit that hard before.
Why'd they do that for?
I don't know, but I need you to be strong for me.
I can't even be strong for me.
I don't know why we're doing
They're killing
here.
us.
What are we
They're
doing
supposed to
here?
love us. My head.
I don't know.
I don't think we belong here, Ring of Honor.
Oh, I think we really belong here at the Ring of Honor. Yes, I do. It'll be okay.
No.
treat this is going to be. If 5 wasn't enough, they have just added the Amazing Red.
Unbelievable. This was going to be a fast-paced 5-way. How fast is it going to be now that it's 6 great high-flying athletes in the ring?
And remember, it is an elimination match. Once you are pinned, you pack up, you go to the locker room, get out of here. We don't want to see you ever again. Mikey Whipwreck, the referee, who trained all of the students except for one. Little bow wow.
Yes, Brian XL is not a student of Mikey Whipwreck, but it doesn't matter right now because they all ride together. They all go to every show in the same car. And you know what? Brian XL is looking for respect. He's always in the trunk. He's always the one that's not allowed to talk on these car rides. Brian XL knows that he could be the guy that changes the radio stations if he wins tonight.
Have you ever rode with Brian XL for 3 or 4 hours?
I try not to. It'd be like riding with you. I'd want to commit suicide.
Most likely. And again, this match about bragging rights. These guys, they all came up together. They all trained together. With the exception of Brian XL. But Brian XL, as of late, a new member, if you will, of this clan, of this group of wrestlers. Kind of like the boys in the backyard who play football. The boys in the front yard who play stickball. They sit on the porch at night and talk, maybe I'm better than you. I am better than you. He's better than him. We'll find out who the best is tonight here at Ring of Honor.
It's great. All 6 of them are best friends. But you know what? Everybody wants to be the best.
And this is what you call ultimate aerial elimination.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, these guys are going to be fast-paced. I'm not even going to know the terms for all these moves. I probably haven't seen 90% of these moves ever, and I've seen it all.
Hurricane Rana there by Joel Maximo. Joel Maximo starts out. Chris Devine holds on to the arm drag. And a big standing drop kick there sends Joel Maximo out. I think he was going to go for a reverse elbow there. Jose just rolls through. Picks him up for a total whirl. No, holds on it. He slides under. Really good defense there out of Chris Devine.
Brian XL right there.
Brian XL looked like he was going to go for some kind of a victory roll.
A modified arm drag there. Brian XL, oh, he slips off the top rope. But look at that, comes back real quick to take over.
Great ring awareness there out of Brian XL, who recouped in an instant. And this is what it's all about. Brian XL had read the mirror match between these two.
Unbelievable action right now.
And Steve, how do you prepare? What kind of a defense do you have for a match like this in which you don't know where your opponent's going to come from?
Eric, do you know what my defense would be to this match?
What's that?
Not showing up.
Well, I understand you've applied that defense several times throughout your career, Steve.
Eric, stop reading the internet. It's not always true. But Joel Maximo just a big drop kick off the top rope. Then he gets one for Brian XL.
Look, you got another Maximo out there.
Jose Maximo, a drop kick on Brian XL. Chris Devine to the top rope. Missile drop kick on Jose Maximo.
And we got one left. There's Red.
Unbelievable drop kicks on plenty right now. And Quiet Storm's up top.
Quiet Storm, the big one. Do you think Mikey Whipwreck's going to climb the ropes?
Oh my goodness gracious. Mikey Whipwreck's retired and blowing up. He's got to sit down and catch his breath.
Quiet Storm now. Tope.
Oh!
More like a suicide tope.
He just took out the same 13 people that the Natural Born Sinners took out.
And right now you're looking at Brian XL, Chris Devine, and of course Quiet Storm, 3 regular tag team partners, the Maximos, and Red, 3 regular tag team partners. What's going to happen if a pinfall comes down between 2 partners? If the Maximos, a pinfall comes down between the 2 of them, are they going to look to each other, or are they going to take matters into their own hands? That could be very interesting.
Well, they're going to have to take matters in their own hands, in my opinion, because the theory goes, it's not show friends, it's show business, and you want to be number 1, you got to do whatever it takes.
Red right now looks like he's about to go aerial. It's not going to take him too long to hit to the air. Springboard.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Springboard swan time. It's like a springboard tope and hilo.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Is that what you call it?
I can't even pronounce half this stuff. Unbelievable action we got.
Brian XL, who some would say is the most cocky of these 6 individuals. But if he wins this one, Steve, he's got bragging rights. He's going to be as cocky as he wants.
Exactly. It's going to be a long ride back to Brooklyn if Brian XL wins this match.
And the thing you have to remember here, looking at Mikey Whipwreck in the ring, is you won't see referees physically involve themselves in matches at the Ring of Honor. Mikey will stand back and just let these 6 go.
Exactly. You saw what happened when the Extreme Official HC Loke tried to get involved. John Finnegan, Mike Keener, and Mikey Whipwreck will not have anything to do with that here at Ring of Honor.
And again, it comes down to Brian XL and Red. Two guys with quite a rivalry. Yet, they are friends outside of the ring, but they do have that rivalry that we all know about.
Yeah, it's like me and you, Eric. I like you, but you're jealous of me because I'm the best color commentator in the sport of professional wrestling.
That remains to be seen, Steve. We still got a whole half a show to go yet.
See, what a legend I've already started. And look at this.
Who is going after who? Are the Maximos going after Red? Is Brian XL part of this whole deal with Chris Devine and Quiet Storm?
I think Brian XL got the worst of it, though.
Brian XL is in that electric chair position. It just got dropped about 10-15 feet in the air. Chris Devine with a right hand.
Concrete right. Oh, look at that, right on the jaw of Jose Maximo.
Come on, Steve, pick me a winner.
I'm sorry, Joel Maximo. I'm going to pick you a winner. The Amazing Red. He's already beaten Jay Briscoe. He's going for win number 2 here at Ring of Honor.
But what do you think the match that he had with Jay Briscoe will take his toll?
I thought it would in the beginning, but look, he's been untouchable so far.
German suplex. Chris Devine lands on his feet, turns it into a Russian leg sweep.
That was awesome. Like I said, Chris Devine will be the winner here.
And notice how Brian XL goes in for the pin. Chris Devine had him set up. Brian XL goes in to steal the pin. That is what I was talking about earlier. How do you think Chris Devine feels about that?
I don't know. Chris Devine's worried about himself. He's in the corner right now catching his breath. Let Brian XL do all the work. Maybe he's thinking if Brian XL loses breath, loses strength, he'll be easy prey to be eliminated.
What would it do for the career of a guy like Red, who would have 2 victories? He would actually have beaten 6 wrestlers here tonight if he wins this matchup.
Exactly. I mean, who's going to beat that record?
Brian XL right now, looked like he was going to go for a Hurricane Rana. Holds on. Has him set up for a Northern Light Salto. What a cocky, arrogant pin.
That's going to come back to haunt him.
Standing, shooting star press.
Cover him.
When you're that good, can you be that cocky, Steve?
You can be with experience, but Brian XL needs that experience before he becomes cocky. He needs to get a lot of wins under his belt, and he should start tonight here at Ring of Honor.
Brian XL now goes to a cross arm breaker. Pretty interesting offensive maneuver there. The first grounded maneuver we've seen for a while in this matchup. And the Maximo brothers look tremendous. They look like they've dropped about 10 or 15 pounds in preparation for this matchup here tonight at Ring of Honor.
And Chris Devine looks like he's put 10 or 15 pounds of muscle on. Each man looking really good right now.
Brian XL getting stretched right now, it looks like, by Joe L. Maximo. Chris Devine unable to help his partner. Quiet Storm now coming over to break things up. Quiet Storm and Joe L. Maximo.
Quiet Storm doesn't say a lot, but I'll tell you what, his actions speak. Whoa, major tone, just like that big clothesline.
What did that clothesline tell you, Steve? And a big kick out. He doesn't have a lot left, it looked like, with that kind of a kick out.
Oh no, you know, Quiet Storm will bring that clothesline. Look at that. Northern Lights goes for another one here.
In the tradition of those fellow great Canadian wrestlers who just love to do those suplexes that hold on and drive their opponents into the canvas, that is Quiet Storm.
But Jose Maximo, he knew a third one was coming. He stopped it. He reversed it.
Looked like he was going for a total world backbreaker. Joel right now pushing the hair out from the front of his face. He was having a hard time seeing. Jose Maximo now taking matters into his own hands. The Maximo brothers finally working as a tag team for the first time in this match.
And that's going to work to their advantage. They take Little Red here. Throw him over top of Jose Maximo. But here he comes. Power bombs him on top of Quiet Storm. But what has that done to Red?
He just power bombed his own regular partner. Chris Devine now gets caught in a real bad way. Driven to the canvas. Slingshot into a big boot. Look at the body of Chris Devine. He's got
seen this before. Oh my goodness, that's it for Chris Devine. I knew Jose Maximo was going to win this 6-way.
Jose Maximo, Joel Maximo right in there with the camel clutch right now. Joel Maximo hits the ropes. Double boot to the face. I've never seen Joel Maximo look this good.
All 6 men at the top of their game right now. And it's an amazing match. Who's coming in? Brian XL met an elbow from Joel Maximo.
We've talked about it throughout the evening. Reputations mean nothing. All 6 of these men entered the Ring of Honor tonight here. They came into this ring with reputations that preceded themselves about their accomplishments all over the East Coast. But right now, when all 6 are wrestling against each other, it means absolutely nothing.
No. What's going to mean everything is the guy that's standing on top of the mountain with his arm raised, and the other 5 are going to be jealous, and it's going to be a long ride home.
Red right now all over Brian XL. The rivalry continues between these two. Looks like he's going for that salto again. Red instead looked like he was signaling for the end. No, he nailed the salto, but he held on for a DDT.
That's right. Red, knowing that the salto was coming, held on. DDT could have him here.
And a kick out by Brian XL. At the pace that these 6 are going, this is going to be over soon.
Hard right hand from Red. Even though he wrestled already against Jay Briscoe, he still has a lot of energy left.
We saw earlier Red used a lot of those right hands against Jay Briscoe. We better watch it. He may break his hand.
Oh!
He drives him into the canvas. That may be the most devastating sunset flip I've ever seen.
Unbelievable here. A big boot right in Joel Maximo's face.
Has him now.
Head and leg suplex by Jose Maximo on Brian XL.
Jose Maximo, look at the look that he gave Brian XL when they went down there. A big slap to the face by Chris Devine. Big backslide on a Red.
He got Red. Red's the first eliminated.
And maybe that match earlier tonight with Jay Briscoe took its toll. But look at that. Red's usual partner, a regular partner of Red's, Jose Maximo pinned Red.
And you see Mikey Whipwreck didn't want Temper's flare in there. He told the Amazing Red to get out of the ring right away.
Red didn't seem to appreciate that too much. A spinal shock. The spinal shock by Quiet Storm.
Could that be it? Chris Devine scores a pinball on Brian XL.
And look at that, Chris Devine and Quiet Storm working together to take their own partner out of the matchup.
Now it's down to 4. The Maximos, Quiet Storm, Chris Devine. This is what it's at. Fast-paced action. They know it's breaking down. They're hurrying up because they don't want to be left. They don't want to be left with too many guys. Chris Devine knows that if Quiet Storm gets eliminated, he's got to fight both the Maximos together. And so does Quiet Storm. He knows if Devine's gone, that they're in trouble. The Maximo brothers, the SAT, one of the hottest tag teams here in Ring of Honor. You know, and they'll work as a team to be the number 1.
Joel Maximo still feeling the effects of Chris Devine's real deal that he nailed just moments ago. The Maximo brothers now working together as a unit. Chris Devine and Quiet Storm, we've seen this one before.
There it is, the number 1 finishing move in professional wrestling right now. Often imitated, never duplicated, the Spanish Fly.
And that's got to be it for Chris Devine.
Oh!
Big German suplex.
Was that a double pin, Eric?
It looked like a double pin to me, Steve.
Would that be both Jose Maximo and Chris Devine are eliminated?
Quiet Storm just pinned Jose Maximo, and Chris Devine pinned by Joe L. Maximo. What do you think the ride home's going to be like tonight? Red is going to have issues with Jose Maximo. I'm sure Brian XL will have issues with Quiet Storm and Chris Devine.
Oh, tempers will be flaring in that car. Mikey Whipwreck will be the referee in that fight later on. But we're down to 2 men. Joel Maximo, Quiet Storm. Who's going to be number 1 in camp? Mikey Whipwreck.
Joel Maximo now sits down. No Quiet Storm. If Quiet Storm can nail that Storm Cradle driver, or even once again nail that spinal shock, it's going to be over real quick for Joel Maximo. Joel Maximo with a cross arm breaker. Oh, there's the cross arm breaker, excuse me. Slowing things down here for Quiet Storm.
Quiet Storm broke out of it.
Quiet Storm is more accomplished as a singles wrestler between him and Joel Maximo. That could be the difference in this one.
Oh, absolutely. Going for a version of the STF. He's got him.
And Quiet Storm with the Saskatchewan stretch on Joel Maximo. At this point in time, Joel Maximo will be waiting for his tag team partner to come in and break it up. Maybe make the tag, but there's nobody there.
That's right.
Quiet Storm now sitting at Joel Maximo. Follows him in like a house of fire. No. Joel Maximo climbs up. Joel Maximo.
Oh, running forearm.
Devastating, just brutal. This Quiet Storm, once again with the discus forearm.
I think Joel might have got some arms up though, and you can see, yeah, because that should have been a finisher. But Joel got his arms up just in time, just to get a 2 count.
He just talked.
I can't believe he's talking.
He's doing color commentary now.
We're in trouble, Eric.
Well, you're in trouble. He just called for the Storm Cradle driver.
Maybe he spent too much time talking there, though.
Possibly, because he wasn't able to nail it. But once Quiet Storm is determined at nailing that, he usually does. But how about that clothesline?
That'll keep Quiet Storm from talking.
It'll keep him quiet.
Maximo picks Quiet Storm.
Joe L. Maximo. Remember, Quiet Storm pinned his brother, Jose Maximo. You cannot forget about that. That's very key. Joe L. Maximo has to be thinking about that. Quiet Storm has to be thinking about that.
Oh, it would be a big feather in his cap if he pins both members of the SAT. Just got dropped on his head. That's it. He kicked out.
A sideways Blue Thunder driver, yet Quiet Storm able to kick out. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable is right. I can't believe it, Eric. Quiet Storm actually kicked out of it.
And Quiet Storm looks possessed. Look at the look in his eyes.
I've never seen Quiet Storm this intent. Hard forearm shot. 3 of them. Maximo trying to come back.
I don't think it's very smart on Maximo to be trading forearm shots with Quiet Storm. Quiet Storm slides behind. Storm Cradle drive.
There it is.
Storm Cradle drive.
Over. It is Quiet Storm. Quiet Storm is your winner here. 6-man elimination. Quiet Storm. My pick from the beginning, Eric.
You picked Joe L. Maximo.
No, I didn't. You just heard me wrong. Quiet Storm is your winner. Unbelievable action. Bragging rights. He's not going to be too quiet in the car on the ride home now.
And remember, Steve, he pinned both Maximo brothers. He pinned both SATs, both Maximo brothers in the same match on the same night at Ring of Honor.
That means a lot because it takes a lot of tag teams. Now, how many tag teams can beat the SAT?
I don't know many that can beat him once, more or less twice.
Exactly. I don't know 2 men that can beat the SAT, but 1 man tonight has done the impossible. 1 man has pinned both Maximo brothers here at Ring of Honor. Eric, I got some business to take care of. Yeah, my business is my business. Can you be okay for a little bit?
I sure can.
Okay, take care. Stand pound.
Where is he going? But of course, a handshake. It looks to me, I don't know where Steve Corino's going. I don't know if he's going to the bathroom or he's going to get something to eat. Maybe going to get a word with Mikey Whipwreck.
Fuck, man. The fuck, man? That stupid ass chicken.
Fucking bullshit!
Yo, man. Yo, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here right now. Get the fuck out. Leave.
Hey, Rob. Who the hell am I wrestling here tonight? Don't worry, you know what? I got an opponent for you, Prince Nana. Well, you better have one who can fight. I have one for you.
He's got an opponent for Prince Nana. Prince Nana, a prince of Ghana, West Africa. It's not a gimmick. Ring of Honor is not about gimmicks. There's Steve. Probably asking for Feinstein for more money. And there's the Cowboy, Eric Tuttle.
Great body.
Great body. What's he looking at?
Get out there.
Feinstein left his glasses in the locker room. Prince Nana, you're right. Prince Nana against the Cowboy, Eric Tuttle.
Get out there. It's gonna be good. You wanted this. This is your chance. Go get him, kid. It's all about honor. Get yourself over.
Get yourself over. Words of advice from former World Heavyweight Champion Steve Corino to the Cowboy Eric Tuttle, who came here tonight looking for an opportunity. An opportunity that was given to him was only to wipe the ropes with the towels, but that has since turned into a matchup with a true-life prince, Prince Nana. And Prince Nana doesn't even believe it. Prince Nana, of course, a prince once again from Ghana, West Africa. And Cowboy's gonna break who in half? Who's he breaking in half? Cowboy now calling for Prince Nana. Wait. A towel. He's wiping the ropes. I think it's pretty safe to say you don't have to do that anymore, kid. You've been accepted. Listen to these fans. We've seen him do this many times before. We got some clean ropes here at Ring of Honor, and there goes Prince Nana. Takes Cowboy right off his feet.
Hey, Eric, did you miss me?
No.
There's my boy right there, Prince Nana. Royalty. royalty, just like myself.
What do you think of this matchup here? Prince Nana and Eric Tuttle, the Towboy. You know the Towboy pretty well.
Yeah, I know the Towboy pretty well. Did you see me give him some advice?
Yes, you told him to get himself over.
Oh, yeah, you know. I'm always trying to help out the kids.
I thought you were going to say you're always trying to get yourself over.
Oh, no, I don't have to. I'm over like Rover.
And Prince Nana now just chopping up Eric Tuttle.
Royalty right here, Prince Nana, just like myself, the king of old school. We may be related somewhere down the line.
You're related to Prince Nana?
Don't we look alike? There it is, my man Prince Nana. That's it. Royalty does not waste time, Eric.
What can I say about this matchup? Eric Tuttle, the Towboy, may have blown his chance at a spot here at Ring of Honor.
And Prince Nana has established himself here at Ring of Honor.
How do you think the people of Ghana, West Africa are feeling right now? Real proud of them, Prince.
They are so proud. I'm proud of them too.
We got a chance to prove
Came a long way for this.
Just like this shit, we're friends and everything, but you know when it comes down to business, comes down to business, you know. Just do what we always do.
Let's hear it. Do like we were
Just do what we always do.
like we were talking.
First, team number one, weighing in at 240 pounds from Houston, Texas, Oz, and his tag team partner, weighing in at 221 pounds from San Antonio, Texas, Michael Shea. And their opponents, coming to the ring at this time, weighing in at 225 pounds from the Hawaiian Islands, Ikaika, and his tag team partner, weighing in at 170 pounds from Olympia, Washington, this is Spanky.
And this, of course, the Texas Wrestling Academy Challenge. Remember, it is not any kind of an elimination match here like what we saw earlier with Chris Tobin and the Maximos and that whole gang. This is about the first man to get the pinfall is the winner. And the winner of this matchup, Steve, gets a contract for Ring of Honor. Money, fame, glory, more dates here from the Ring of Honor.
More importantly, all four of these men and the men outside from the Texas Wrestling Academy drove from San Antonio, Texas to South Philadelphia, 26 hours one way. And when you have a contract with Ring of Honor, you know what gets paid? Your trans gets paid. He will never have to drive 26 hours again.
And how about this Ikaika? He drove 26 hours with 3 or 4 herniated discs. That has to be paid for.
That's right. So he's on desire. He wants to win that contract. He wants to show that all the pain was worth it here. Oz and Spanky start this off.
And look at the arrogance of Spanky. Spanky just loves to have fun in there at his opponent's expense. Some of the wrestlers in the locker room, they don't like him too much. He's got a bad reputation out there on the independents as being a guy that might be a little too cocky, a little too brash. They just don't know how to take him. But when you're that good, I guess you can be that cocky.
Well, you see, Eric, this is different. This isn't the independents. This is Ring of Honor. And Spanky's got a clean slate, according to me, of course. I like Spanky. Sure, he likes to have fun. He's a little, strange. But the guy knows how to wrestle. The guy has all the tools to be a major, major superstar. And look at this. Oz, who's got about 50 pounds on him, takes it right down.
Keep your eyes on when Spanky and Michael Shane are in the ring together. Both men are trying to compete to be the next showstopper. Both competed together in training at the Texas Wrestling Academy under Rudy Boy Gonzalez and under former World Wrestling Federation Triple Crown champion, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. They have had a rivalry ever since those days in the dojos, and look for it to explode here tonight in Philadelphia.
And Spanky and Michael Shane's rivalry is not just professional, it's also personal. These two guys do not like each other. They make no bones about it, and both of them want to throw the other one's contract in each other's face. They want to show who's the best. So those two have so much going for them. But Oz and the big Hawaiian, they also want a contract. They also want to show that they're not being overshadowed by Michael Shane or Spanky.
Oz cousin Michael Shane, of course, you are very familiar with him. You've traveled up and down the road with them in quite a few cities. What can you tell us about Michael Shane and Oz?
Michael Shane is an unbelievable superstar in the making. The cousin of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. He's got those genetics. Oz, very hungry, very willing to learn. Those guys were always the first at the building, the last to leave, watching everybody's matches intently, asking the veterans what to do, and that's what makes a superstar here in Ring of Honor.
And of course, Michael Shane came through that Texas Wrestling Academy maybe a little bit harder than the rest of his fellow students, as Shawn Michaels did not want others to think he was taking it easy on his cousin, so he made him work that much harder. Of course, Spanky accomplished titles very shortly into his career. Only a month into his career, he pinned his trainer, Rudy Boy Gonzalez, for the Texas Wrestling Alliance version of the television championship.
And Rudy Boy Gonzalez is a very tough individual and a very tough trainer and a miserable man at that. Eric, I don't think Rudy Boy likes me very much.
I don't think anybody really likes you back there, Steve.
I don't know what I did to him. Oh, slap to the face of Spanky.
And again, look at this. This isn't about athleticism. This is about trying to show each other up here in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, because you know what? If Spanky wins the contract or Michael Shane wins the contract, that whole ride home, they're going to be going, look what I have and you don't.
Absolutely. They'll make jokes to each other. How do you like the ride? Well, I'll be taking a plane next time out here. And Spanky cinches in with that side headlock, slowing things down. If you're in there with Spanky, you got to watch out for that sliced bread number 2. A very unorthodox maneuver. He likes to nail on his opponents, but a very effective one at that.
Deep arm drag on Michael Shane here. Michael Shane gives Spanky a deep arm drag.
And what would this mean for these former students of the Texas Wrestling Alliance now to get their big opportunity here tonight at Ring of Honor? Is it all for nothing where they come home to Texas with a contract in their hands?
Well, one man's going to walk out of here with a contract from Ring of Honor. All the rest are going to walk out with the respect of the people here at Ring of Honor.
Spanky, of course, as I mentioned earlier, was very successful in the Texas Wrestling Alliance promotion. Wrestled for quite a bit of time down in Memphis, the Tennessee area. You know what it's like to wrestle down in the Tennessee area.
Oh, Memphis, Tennessee will make a man out of the smallest boy. It's where you learn how to not only be a great professional wrestler, but a man.
Of course, wrestling recently on the West Coast, headed down to Kentucky for a little bit. Spanky has been everywhere, but this, the Ring of Honor, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, tonight, here, in front of this capacity crowd, this means more to him than any of those places I mentioned earlier.
Hard chop on Spanky. These two just can't stand each other. Do you see them looking at each other in the locker room?
Absolutely. The tension. You can cut the tension in a knife with a knife back there.
Oh, can you imagine the ride? They're just staring at each other, just plotting what they want to do to each other.
And look at this right now. What you're seeing, these two don't want to tag out. And it's not because they're being greedy about the contract. They just want a piece of each other. But that's the interesting part, Steve. What kind of an offense do you have where if you allow your partner to score the pinfall, he gets a contract and you lose, you go home? Or if your partner gets pinned, not only does he lose out, but so do you on a Ring of Honor contract.
Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of things at stake here. If you're on the outside, you have to be wondering, hey, if your partner wins, he wins the contract, you go home empty-handed, and you got to give some gas money on that 26-hour ride home.
It's kind of hard to be selfless and be a tag team partner, to be a team player in a situation like this.
Well, I'm sure Shawn Michaels has taught each and every one of them that even though you're part of a team, you got to worry about number one.
What about Rudy Boy Gonzalez? I'm sure he's taught them that as well.
Well, Rudy Boy doesn't talk to me. Like I said before, something's wrong with Rudy Boy. He doesn't like me. I'm a nice guy. What did I do to him? But Rudy Boy is very tough on his students. And you know what? It's for their own good. Look at them all. They're all great athletes, great professional wrestlers, and we're honored to have them here in Ring of Honor.
I hate to be the guy that loses. You know Rudy Boy's going to make them do about 500, 600, 700 Hindu squats when they come back to the dojo Monday morning.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's something that's going to be weighing in their minds, too. They don't want to disappoint their trainer, they don't want to disappoint the fans, and they don't want to disappoint themselves.
Ikaika there taking a very risky move by swinging Michael Shane into that turnbuckle. If Michael Shane was to reverse that, and Ikaika went into the turnbuckle with those herniated discs, it would have been all over for him.
That's right. You know, when you have two herniated discs, you know, at any moment they could touch a nerve and your legs could go out. You could be paralyzed for a couple seconds, and that's a scary, scary feeling, Eric.
It was the opportunity of that contract for Ring of Honor that drove this Ikaika here tonight to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 26 hours, as you mentioned earlier, in a car with herniated discs. The pain that must be going through his body with every shot that he gives and every shot that he takes. takes, but if he wins tonight, if he scores the pinfall, it is all worth it.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes when, the adrenaline's running, you don't feel the pain until afterwards. And when you get that contract from Ring of Honor, that pain's going to go away for a little bit.
And a big leg lariat there out of Spanky. And again, Steve, we're back down to these two.
It always ends up to these guys. Whether it was at the Texas Wrestling Alliance, the Academy, in the street, Spanky and Michael Shane always like to end up together. They always want to be fighting each other. Whether it's personal, whether it's professional, these two bring out the best in each other.
Spanky now with a bow and arrow on Michael Shane. And don't let the size fool you of Spanky. Spanky doesn't care if you're 5'4", 6'4", or a 7'4" Ikaika. He'll get right in your face. If he doesn't like what you're saying, if you're going to try and bully him around and push him around, or think you're going to intimidate Spanky, it's not going to work. One of the most legitimate tough guys in our locker room.
Oh, no, definitely. And Michael Shane just as tough.
Michael Shane and Spanky now both take each other off their feet. Ikaika now holding on. Look at him leaning over that rope there. He can barely stand up.
He's in pain. He's in pain. And Oz is very fresh. If Oz is smart, he tags in, takes out Spanky, takes out the big Hawaiian, and wins that contract.
Ikaika now comes into the ring as much of a house of fire as he can be with that injury. As of Michael Shane, oh, that's got to hurt him.
Yeah, it's got to hurt him as much as it hurts Michael Shane.
Absolutely.
But the big Hawaiian wants to win that contract, so he's not feeling the pain right now. Michael Keener with a 2 count.
And Michael Keener being distracted may have cost Ikaika a contract here for Ring of Honor.
Having a problem picking him up. The back's hurting.
And again, these four here representing the Texas Wrestling Academy, representing Rudy Boy Gonzalez, representing the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. They don't want to come out here and embarrass their former trainers. They don't want to come out here and embarrass their school. They want to come out here and possibly steal the show and show everybody here what the Texas Wrestling Academy is all about.
That's right. Not only are they going for a contract, they want to be the next showstopper, the next icon, if you will.
Especially Michael Shane and Spanky. Quite a little rivalry between those two on who wants to be the showstopper. And Ikaika now placing Michael Shane up top.
Hard forearms to the upper back.
Again, it's got to be that adrenaline driving Ikaika.
Oh, hard right hand, elbow. Oh, down. He could be down for good.
And every time he hits the mat, I want to cringe here thinking about what he's going through with those herniated discs. And a big drop kick by Michael Shane off the top. Shades of his cousin who used to use the aerial moves as a defense. Very rare that you see that in wrestling. Most aerial moves are used as an offense, but Shawn Michaels, like his cousin is doing here tonight, used to use the air as a defense.
And you know Michael Shane as well as I do. Michael Shane wants to get out of the shadow of Shawn Michaels and show that he is the true future of professional wrestling.
And what a high backdrop, and what a big clothesline takes him off his feet, and another. Oz now just going crazy on Spanky. Oz with a fisherman suplex.
Spanky always knows where he's at.
And as many times as these...
Whoa! Oh, man, right in the neck. Oz, big kick. He didn't get him as well as he thought he was going to. Didn't hook the leg.
And as many times as these four have sparred in the dojo of the Texas Wrestling Academy, it's a lot different when there's a contract on the line.
What a flying elbow! But Michael Shane got hurt. Maybe hurt his tricep on that. Maybe 1, 2.
Maybe dislocated his elbow. Michael Shane now up slow, but nailing Ikaika with a couple of right hands. Spanky down. Oz down. What a chop. We can hear it over here.
Oh, yeah, I can actually feel it over here. Oh!
Ikaika's not going to be outdone by his fellow student. A reversal there. Oh, that's going to hurt even more so to a man with herniated discs. And Spanky now runs across a la Tiger Man Sayama, signaling for slice bread number 2. Look at the arrogance.
But he's spending too much time. Oh, and he's dropping his head. German suplex could be off.
Who the hell choreographed his moves? And Michael Shane from behind on Ikaika. Michael Shane and Oz double teaming.
2-on-1 here. Oz and Shane whip the big Hawaiian in. Flapjack.
Pancakes that face right into the center of the ring. grapevining those legs.
Oh, they're stretching his back out. They know the herniated discs.
Now, who's going to get the contract here if they both make him submit?
Oh! He just saved the big Hawaiian there. Double kicks to the face. Oz down. Michael Shane slumped in the corner.
Forget about the big Hawaiian. He saved himself a contract.
Oh! He just took his jaw out. Super kick. That could be all.
Breaks it up to Ikaika. Spanky now looks out of it. Michael Shane over the top of Ikaika. Oz now goes for a belly to back, maybe a German suplex.
Here it is.
Slight spread number 2.
That could be it. Keater's in position. We got it, Spanky.
Spanky just won himself a Ring of Honor contract.
Unbelievable action here. Spanky for the Texas Wrestling Academy. A protege of Rudy Boy Gonzalez and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels is now under contract with Ring of Honor.
And now Oz is going to have to answer to Rudy Boy Gonzalez Monday morning at the dojo. And look at Spanky. I guess Spanky's going to have the final word between him and Michael Shane tonight, won't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Michael Shane very disappointed. Oz very disappointed. Great show of sportsmanship by the big Hawaiian. Knowing that he didn't win the contract. Knowing that he's got to drive 26 hours for nothing. For nothing. No trans. He came in all or nothing. Rudy Boy Gonzalez hugging Spanky. And he's giving some words. Is that encouragement or just a, hey, wait until you see what I have in store for you on Monday at the dojo?
I think he's going to beat him. I think he's going to beat him, Steve.
Oz and Michael Shane shaking hands there. Wait a second, Spanky. Uh-oh, this could get ugly real quick.
I'd love to see this.
Spanky showing some sportsmanship. Michael Shane very frustrated. Oh, they shake hands. That's great. Uh-oh.
What's he saying to him? I think he's challenging him.
I have no idea. But I don't think we've seen the last of Spanky and Michael Shane. Michael Shane wants revenge.
Remember, Michael Shane never got pinned. His team may have lost, but he never got pinned.
For more information on this match and all the rest of the great matches here at Ring of Honor, go to ROHWrestling.com.
It's okay, Mikey.
Yeah!
Bye-bye.
Cabrones!
Hey, it's Loke. How'd it go? I'm fed up, bro. That's how it went. I'm fed up and I'm fucking humiliated, if you want to know the truth. Well, for starters, I get my ass handed to me by Homicide and Boogaloo. Yeah, both of them. I pulled out this spike gimmick. I got blood all over me. Then he gave me the cop killer. My neck's still killing me. Oh yeah, we'll get him. I ain't worried about that. That's not half the problem. What I'm upset about is why I got my ass kicked tonight. I've had my ass kicked before. That comes with a job. It's no big deal. But why I got my ass kicked tonight is because I was reffing their match and I had to DQ them, so that's when they flipped out on me. Yeah, bro, reffing. I come to Ring of Honor expecting an opportunity and they got me doing the extreme official bullshit. I'm telling you what, bro. I'm done. I'm done, bro. That's it. You know, 7 years now, bro. 7 years. I've done everything anybody's ever asked me. I've never complained. I've just done what I was told, and I waited to get my spot. Well, fuck that. Fuck paying any more dues, and fuck the extreme official, bro. If I haven't earned a spot by now, I'll make my own spot. It's time for them to see the real me. No, you know what, bro? It's time for them to see the real us. I don't know, man. I gotta hit the showers, bro. I'll see you at the dojo tomorrow, alright? Alright. Later.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match will determine the IWA Intercontinental Champion.
And Steve, what a match this is going to be. Eddy Guerrero and Super Crazy. If that wasn't enough, if Ring of Honor bragging rights was not enough, the IWA Intercontinental Championship belt from Puerto Rico on the line to the winner.
And Eric, if I'm correct, this is the first one-on-one contest between Eddy Guerrero and Super Crazy.
Well, no, Steve, if you would have done your homework, you would have realized that they wrestled once before in Puerto Rico, but that's okay.
Well, see, Eric, that's why you're here. You're here to know the facts. I don't know much about Puerto Rico wrestling.
Right, and Eddy Guerrero.
So wait, it's the first time in mainland United States. That's what I meant the first time, Eric. Stop trying to be a know-it-all.
And Eddy Guerrero defeated Super Crazy in that matchup. And this is This is a very interesting match. This comes from an actual shoot interview that our video conducted with Eddy Guerrero. They asked him what a dream match for him would be. He picked Super Crazy. The whole Ring of Honor concept was coming together, and they booked the match.
That's right. You can catch that Eddy Guerrero shoot video on rfvideo.com or by calling 215-891-9404.
A lot on the line tonight, especially for Eddy Guerrero, a man fighting personal demons as we speak, rehabilitating himself personally and professionally. A former WWF Intercontinental Champion, former WCW multi-title holder, held belts all over the world. Eddy Guerrero, one of the most accomplished wrestlers of our time. And then you have Super Crazy Steve, who maybe wants to get out of the shadow of being the other guy in those series of matches with Tajiri a couple of years ago. Wants to make a name for himself here tonight at Ring of Honor.
Make a name for himself. Super Crazy is known throughout the world. Japan, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and the United States. Former ECW World Television Champion. And this man can do it all. This is going to be one heck of a contest.
And Steve, you could add a lot of insight into this here because you're a wrestler that has been in the ring with your mentors, like Super Crazy is in there with Eddy Guerrero, a mentor, a man that he has idolized, a man that he looks up to and respects. You have been in there with some of your mentors, Dusty Rhodes, Barry Windham, Al Perez. What is going through the mind right now of Super Crazy? Is he a little bit nervous, maybe a little tentative?
Oh yeah, you're very intimidated when you wrestle a hero, but you know, once the match starts going, once you start getting hit, you realize that, hey, this may be my hero, but you know, I want that championship, I want that win, I want that money. You know, the IWA Intercontinental Heavyweight title is an important title, and you know what? The final is right here at Ring of Honor, which is very, very special.
Absolutely. This matchup to be broadcast on IWA Puerto Rico television. This is a very monumental matchup, a dream matchup for fans all over the world for these two. And these two bring about a hybrid of both lucha and American style wrestling. Should be a great one.
And don't forget Japanese style.
Absolutely. That's why you're here.
That's right. I know it all.
Yes. Eddie Guerrero now has him set up for a belly-to-back suplex, drives him down. Eddie Guerrero looks great tonight, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. Just like you said, you know, he's fought the personal demons, and you know what? You gotta really respect a man that has fought through the personal and the physical demons to be here at Ring of Honor to wrestle for this important championship.
And while we have this time, how about what we saw just a few minutes ago before this matchup with Mikey, Whipwreck, and Super Crazy yelling at the Maximos, Divine Storm, and XL, and making the matchup for next month here at the Ring of Honor?
It was crazy. Mikey went to his old friend Super Crazy. He needed an interpreter. I think they got the word out.
Absolutely. And how about HC Loke? He made some kind of a call, was looking for some kind of backup, said he was going to come here next month and make an impact.
Who do you think he called?
Was it you?
Oh, of course not. He doesn't like me.
He doesn't like you. Not a lot of people in that locker room do like you, Steve, do they?
Eric, that's not what they tell me.
Eddie Guerrero now with a headlock, taking things slowly here with Super Crazy. That is the style of Eddie Guerrero. He likes to build up the momentum. If you're Super Crazy, what do you do to combat that? Do you try and take Eddie out of his game psychologically or physically?
Yeah, you have to switch it up a little bit on Eddie Guerrero, you know? Don't let him get into a routine or he's going to beat you.
Super Crazy takes Eddie Guerrero down with that arm drag. Eddie Guerrero up and over goes Super Crazy. Crazy going up top.
Very nice.
That's the last time you saw an arm drag from the top rope.
I did one. Never mind, it's not important.
And right now, Super Crazy taking liberties with Eddie Guerrero, maybe taking a more aggressive route.
Hey, maybe his hero, but he wants to be the champion.
Absolutely. If you're Super Crazy, this is the opportunity of a lifetime for you. This is the time. Maybe you don't have to prove anything to critics or to fans or to the wrestlers in the back, but maybe you have to prove something to yourself.
Oh, absolutely. And like you said, the one time that they wrestled, Eddie Guerrero had his hand raised in victory. Super Crazy has that on his mind.
And Eddie Guerrero has a lot of issues going on in his mind right now, trying to rehabilitate himself. He has those demons that we talked about. This is all part of his rehabilitation process. Wrestling a guy like Super Crazy, wrestling on this prestigious show like Ring of Honor.
Oh, absolutely. Eddie Guerrero has come through a lot. He's gone through major stress in his life. And you know what? I think he's honored to be here at Ring of Honor. I think Super Crazy's honored to be here at Ring of Honor. And oh my goodness, did he just drop him on his head on the concrete floor?
I don't think there's anything honorable about that. And look at the face of Latino Heat. I think we're seeing a little bit of that Latino Heat now oozing machismo out of Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, it's the competitive fire of Eddie Guerrero. He knows how to break the rules. He knows how to use the rules to his advantage. And you know what? Eddie Guerrero is an aggressive pro wrestler, and he's going to win the IWA Intercontinental title, in my opinion, of course.
And look at Eddie Guerrero right now, slowing things down, being a little bit cocky about it, a little bit arrogant, maybe confident. Eddie Guerrero, again, he wrestles the first half of the match as Eddie Guerrero, but now we're seeing that Latino Heat, that cocky character that Eddie Guerrero has coming out in this matchup. That could be the difference.
Once again, it may not be cockiness, it may not be arrogance, it may be just confidence.
And a big fallaway slam there from Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, of course, no stranger to this town of Philadelphia, made his reputation wrestling in a building around the corner in Philadelphia, as did his opponent. But that is the past. This is the future, the present, the Ring of Honor. This is where it is at.
Guerrero stretching Super Crazy, trying to wear him down, because when you wear your opponent down, Super Crazy usually uses the aerial maneuvers. When you don't have any wind and your muscles are being stressed out, you can't fly and you're off your game.
And Steve, you very well may know about certain wrestlers that come into other promotions with big reputations and maybe they nail it, maybe they don't go out there 150%, but these two guys had no choice watching the talent in the first half of the show. They don't want to be showed up by new kids on the block. They got something to prove out here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you're the main event, everybody wants your spot. These guys, the IWA Intercontinental Heavyweight Title Tournament, it's down to these two guys. They saw the young superstars of Ring of Honor, and they want people to remember this match, not the matches they saw before.
And how credible is Ring of Honor? Victor Quiones and the IWA, they saw the prestige of Ring of Honor. They knew about this matchup, and they said, you know what? We're going to take this. We're going to put our IWA title on the line because of this matchup, because of the prestige of Ring of Honor. What two better wrestlers to have fight over that title than with Eddie Guerrero and Super Crazy. What better place than on this platform of the Ring of Honor?
I totally agree, Eric, and I don't agree with you much.
Well, chalk that up for one. And Super Crazy now going up top. Super Crazy with a moonsault off the second rope. Eddie Guerrero now having a little bit of a problem here with Super Crazy. Maybe Eddie Guerrero came in and took him lightly. Maybe he knew how admired that he was to Super Crazy and thought he could get by him a little bit easier.
Oh, I don't think so. Eddie Guerrero doesn't take anybody lightly because Eddie Guerrero is a superstar. Eddie Guerrero knows how to get the job done. Eddie Guerrero is all business when he's in the ring. He doesn't take anybody lightly.
Eddie Guerrero has held championship belts from all over the world, territories, organizations, promotions. He's been on a national spotlight. He's been on that platform. What a coup it would be tonight for Super Crazy to beat him. Eddie Guerrero right now setting him up for a Hurricane Rana off the top rope, and he nails it. Are you surprised that he's not following up so quickly with a pin?
Yeah, I am a little surprised, but you know, Eddie Guerrero knows what he's doing. He's a technician in there. Maybe he's got a plan.
Eddie Guerrero now Super Crazy with the reversal. Ducks under, does Eddie Guerrero. Ooh! And a big leg lariat by Super Crazy. The thing about these two guys, they may start it out slow, but once they turn it on, it's going to get fast and fast in a hurry.
Oh yeah, when they start to pick it up, there's no stopping them. They start off methodical, and then it's fast-paced from there.
Super Crazy right now has Eddie Guerrero in position, maybe for a suplex, maybe for a brainbuster. This match has just been completely back and forth, no real distinct advantage. But Eddie Guerrero now, look at the fire in Eddie Guerrero. Has him up. A side swipe power bomb. Hey. Not enough.
Almost. And once again, the fans of Ring of Honor showing their appreciation, not just for Eddie Guerrero, but for both Eddie Guerrero and Super Crazy.
How about Eddie Guerrero just driving the back of Super Crazy into the mat, holds on, covers him, still not enough. Total World backbreaker, continues to work on the back. The psychology of Eddie Guerrero is second to none. Super Crazy right now has to be real uncomfortable, and Steve, you know what it's like in there inside of the ring. When you fall on that mat, it's not just padded, it's not a mattress, it hurts.
Oh yeah, this ain't a trampoline, this ain't ballet, this is Ring of Honor. And you know what, that ring hurts, and especially when you get dropped on your head just like Eddie Guerrero just did to Super Crazy, and he's going for it again.
He's holding on. Reputation, the reputation of Super Crazy means nothing right now to Eddie Guerrero. Once that bell rang, Super Crazy is just like all of Eddie Guerrero's other opponents.
Talking about bell rang, Super Crazy just had his bell rang twice, 2 brainbusters in a row. Eddie Guerrero going up top. Could it be the world famous frog splash?
The best in the business, the best frog splash in the business. Eddie Guerrero goes up. No, rolls through.
But he saw it coming.
Another two.
Oh, small package. They got him.
Super Crazy just pinned Eddie Guerrero. Super Crazy just pinned Eddie Guerrero.
Unbelievable match we just saw. Super Crazy, the new IWA Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. Eddie Guerrero, Super Crazy. I'm speechless. What a great match.
Look at how quick that ended. As quick as it began, it ended. And Eddie Guerrero's going to have to go back, and he's going to have to work a little harder on what he needs to do to get himself back into ring shape.
I don't think it had anything to do with ring shape. It just, tonight, Ring of Honor debut show, Super Crazy was just the better man.
Super Crazy on his game tonight. It was those intangibles that we have been talking about throughout the night. And look at that. 2 sportsmen there.
What a show of respect there. Eddie Guerrero and Super Crazy, 2 great athletes, 2 great professional wrestlers, 2 great men.
Eddie Guerrero, a sign of approval for Super Crazy. What a victory here for the new IWA Intercontinental Champion, Super Crazy.
A beautiful belt. The fans are showing so much support for Super Crazy, the new IWA Intercontinental Champion. And you know what? What better way? What more do we have here at Ring of Honor to top this?
We have one more match to top it. Low-key Christopher Daniels and the American Dragon coming up next.
Unbelievable. That 3-way, with what we've seen tonight, how can that 3-way be better than everything else?
Find out soon enough.
The pressure's on. Super Crazy being congratulated by everybody but
Christopher Daniels.
What's Christopher Daniels' problem?
American Dragon, the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, Low Key. Tonight, Ring of Honor presents these three men in a triple threat match to prove who is the top athlete here in Ring of Honor.
What kind of nerves do you think are going through the body of these three wrestlers, knowing what everybody has seen tonight, what we felt tonight, what we've heard tonight, going to last? This is it. What a pace that has been set by everybody else here at Ring of Honor. What do you think's going through their minds right now?
Each one of these competitors have to know that the pressure is on. They've seen some great matches tonight, and they have to be just a little bit better.
You have the American Dragon, who is such a solid technical wrestler, has a little bit of a martial arts background, a graduate of the Shawn Michaels and Rudy Boy Gonzalez Texas Wrestling Academy. Christopher Daniels, who you know very well.
Oh, yes, I know Chris Daniels very well. One of my best friends, and pound for pound, the best pro wrestler in the world today.
You wouldn't be a little bit biased there, would you?
No, I know by the fact. When you want a tournament, who do you go for? You want Chris Daniels in your tournament. And that's why he is the hardest working pro wrestler out there, not in just the States, but in the whole world.
And Low Key, of course, brings a combination of grappling, high flying, and a hybrid of martial arts. As you saw just there with that big roundhouse kick. Look at that big chop. You saw a forearm from the American Dragon. All three showcasing their skills and styles just minutes into this matchup.
Yeah, all three have different styles. Low Key, the most intense pro wrestler that I've ever seen in my entire life. Have you ever seen him in the locker room?
Yes, I have.
2 hours before his match, this guy, you can't even approach him. This guy is so intense. He's lifting things. He's throwing things. He's talking to himself. This guy is insane about what he does. He has a passion for pro wrestling, and that's why he is so successful.
And Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would think the best strategy against a guy like Low Key would be to break that focus, break that psyche, do something to take him off his game. And a psychological mastermind like Christopher Daniels can easily do that.
Exactly. You have to get Low Key out of the zone. Christopher Daniels is the key right here. He knows the psychology. He knows how to play with people's head. But American Dragon, when you're thinking about Low Key, he's kicking your head off. So you always have to watch your back. This match is so intense right now. You know what? And the pressure is on. All the great matches that we've seen tonight, Ring of Honor, and now we have this one. Oh my goodness!
What an unorthodox suplex. Looks like he's going to snap his neck. May have. American Dragon finds himself in a trail. Whoa. And it should be noted that this is the very first time that these three wrestlers have ever been together in this kind of a three-way dance against each other. They have wrestled each other in tag matches, four-way dances, singles matches, but never these three at the very same time. And I think he's in the zone, Steve.
Get him out of the zone, Chris Daniels, if you want to win this. That man can kick hard, and he's going to...
The
Chris Daniels may be thanking American Dragon right then and there.
The American Dragon now going early to the cattle mutilation. No, broken up. The American Dragon loves to go for that cattle mutilation, a very popular submission move out on the West Coast. And Steve, very important to point out that this is one fall to a finish, unlike other matches that we saw tonight. This is not elimination. That's it. One fall and it's over.
So yeah, there you go. Instead of worrying that you can pin one guy or your opponent can pin one guy and then you have a little breather, you have to get that first pinfall or submission to win this match.
That will prevent any kind of an alliance for any length of time.
Look at this!
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
No, this is the stuff that Chris Daniels makes up. This is the stuff that he dreams about. This is why I think Chris Daniels is the best out there.
Christopher Daniels has traveled all over the world, main evented all kinds of wrestling extravaganzas, all kinds of shows. The Ring of Honor, very happy to have him here tonight. American Dragon and low-key relishing in the fact that they get to go on last. Such a prestigious matchup on a prestigious show like Ring of Honor.
Oh, absolutely. They're all going to take this opportunity and make it their advantage. They want to be the man to go down in history as the winner of the main event at the first Ring of Honor show.
And look at Loki using those kicks, kind of like an axe, chopping down a tree right now. He's just going nuts all over the American Dragon. What kind of an offense do you have for a kick like that?
Put your hand up.
And coming after such an incredible and momentous and emotional matchup like Super Crazy and Eddie Guerrero, you would think that would only add to the nerves of these three.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the butterflies in each one of these competitors' stomach have to be really taken into account because you have the intensity of all three wrestlers and then the nervousness of all three wrestlers because they know that it's not Super Crazy and Eddie Guerrero at the top of the marquee. Right now, it's American Dragon, Christopher Daniels, and Low Key at the top of Ring of Honor.
A big heel kick there by Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels kind of had a puzzled look on his face when Super Crazy and Eddie Guerrero were making their way to the locker room. They will have more on that on future Ring of Honor shows. Big cut red suplex there by Christopher Daniels.
Well, you know, Christopher Daniels, he wants to be the main event. He knows that he's been wrestling for almost 10 years now, and he knows that he deserves that spot. He doesn't want to see a guy like Super Crazy or a guy like Eddie Guerrero who have been on top be in his spot.
He's been all over the world, and he's main evented many shows as Christopher Daniels. Low-key, he's one of these guys that everybody keeps their eye on. They say he is the breakout star of 2002, not to be outdone by the American Dragon, of course. Another guy who had early success in his career, the American Dragon coming from that Texas Wrestling Academy. The American Dragon, Low-key, Christopher Daniels, the list of accomplishments of all three together is just absolutely enormous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is such a great three-way triple threat match. These people here, too, at Ring of Honor, the fans, the reason that these wrestlers are doing what they do. These guys are beating each other half to death. And you know why?
Why's that?
Because these people at Ring of Honor expect it. They want these guys to give it 110%, and these guys aren't giving 110%. They're giving 120.
And how about the Misawa-style knife-edge chops coming from the American Dragon? Looks like he's setting up Christopher Daniels for some kind of an Oriental Scorpion, but it looks like it's a different version as he's chicken winging the two arms of Christopher Daniels.
Oh, that's got to be painful. Between the shoulders, the hamstrings, the lower back. Oh, and then the American Dragon's thigh.
And low-key, what an offense. Those kicks are just absolutely brutal and lethal with the background that he has in martial arts. You can put all of that weight behind those kicks, and that's got to hurt.
And they're lightning quick. And look, Dragon still has Christopher Daniels' leg. So every time that Low-key is kicking the American Dragon, Christopher Daniels is feeling the pain too.
Christopher Daniels, of course, you've been in there with him, you've trained with him, you've rode with him. What drives a man like Christopher Daniels in a match like this?
He wants to be known as the best wrestler in the world. And in my opinion, he is. But you know what? Until he's up top of the Ring of Honor and these fans believe he's number one, in his mind, he's not.
And American Dragon going back to those submission maneuvers. Very versatile, those submissions. We saw him go for the cattle mutilation and the version of the Oriental Scorpion. You don't know what he's going to come out with. And the American Dragon and Loki trading chops in the center of the ring like two gladiators from Greek mythology. Loki shot in. Ooh.
Hard elbow. Low key down. American Dragon goes for the cover. 1, 2. Chris Daniels tries to make the save.
And the American Dragon, not the 10-year vet that Christopher Daniels is, did not hook the leg.
What's scary is American Dragon, as good as he is now, what is he going to be like when he is a 10-year veteran?
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. American Dragon now takes over Christopher Daniels, and we talked about it earlier. We talked about it in the first match, how important the first match was to set the pace of the show, and now the final match on such a show like Ring of Honor, this is going to be the last thing the fans see, the last thing everybody remembers. What a prestigious spot to be in on a wrestling event.
Eric, I've got to say it, I've seen a lot of shows. I've been a wrestling fan since I was 8 years old. I've been a pro wrestler for 8 years. This is single-handedly the greatest pro wrestling show I have ever seen or been a part of.
And the American Dragon and Loki, who have teamed together in some promotions against their will, mind you, just happen to be circumstances. American Dragon snap-mirrors him over, and he's going to give Loki a taste of his own medicine.
Look at these guys. Who kicks harder, American Dragon or Loki? That's the question right now.
Well, I don't think it's Christopher Daniels.
Oh, Chris Daniels is going to find out.
That's not how you do it. An American Dragon, just 20 years old. Low-key, just 22 years old. Just using Christopher Daniels like a kicking bag in a dojo. And the two of them just seem infuriated at this point.
Everybody's on their feet except for Christopher Daniels. He's the only one that's not appreciating the kicks that have been given to him by American Dragon and Low-key. Oh!
And he got it from both ends. Christopher Daniels even starting to beg off, asking for a little bit of mercy at this point.
Oh!
And that could just break the shin.
Did you hear that? I'll be surprised if one of them doesn't have a broken shin.
Absolutely. Low-key down, the American Dragon down. That could break a shin, break a clavicle, anything.
And Christopher Daniels is still down too, Eric.
But it's a great time for him to take advantage of this opportunity and gather his senses about him. Low-key and American Dragon back at it. What a rivalry these two have between each other.
Oh, yeah. For what, the last 2 years these guys have gone all around the country with this feud. A lot of mutual respect, but you know, each one of them wants to win every time out.
This is what Ring of Honor is about. Honor, respect, discipline. Those are the morals of Low-key. And I'm sure Christopher Daniels feels the same as he just drove Low-key's head right into the canvas, right the back of it.
Absolutely. And instead of going for a pin, Chris Daniels wants to hand out a little punishment for all the kicks that he's taken from the American Dragon and Low-key.
And goes again for the same maneuver of the American Dragon. I wonder if he's going to go for those Angel's Wings.
A devastating move, those Angel's Wings. I have never seen anybody kick out of the Angel's Wings.
And again, Christopher Daniels following it up. This maneuver here, the way that he positioned himself for the Boston Crab, you know this better than I, being a wrestler, takes so much out of the back and the legs.
Oh, yeah. And he had his knee on Low-key's neck, which is really a lot of pain.
American Dragon right now looks like he's directing traffic in there. Maybe he's forming some kind of an alliance with Low-key.
A double suplex attempt here?
And Christopher Daniels has to be going on adrenaline right now.
Oh, a combination neckbreaker DDT took both American Dragon and Low-key down. Christopher Daniels may have both of them pinned right here.
Using a defense as his best offense, going for both men, trying to cover both of them. Look at the determination of Christopher Daniels, continuing to go for a cover. And he's mad at Mike Keener.
I don't know if it's mad at Mike Keener or more if he's frustrated that he couldn't score the pin right there. But he's going up top. And Christopher Daniels is lethal on the top rope.
American Dragon now just chopping him. You talked earlier, you said these chops just embarrass you in the ring, and that's what they're doing right now, just embarrassing Christopher Daniels with those chops.
Oh, yeah, not just embarrassed. These are the two hardest hitters when it comes to chops.
And a double Yakuza kick from both wrestlers. Christopher Daniels right now, maybe his best opportunity would be to slide out. Maybe the American Dragon, the Low-key, would forget about him, and he could take that time to gather his senses.
But look at what Chris Daniels did was smart, was he rolled under the first rope so that neither man could score a pin.
Absolutely. American Dragon taking a page out of Low-key's book, going back to those kicks, and Low-key defending with a kick of his own.
Oh, absolutely. Whenever you think you have low-key down, you got to watch for those lightning quick feet. But Christopher Daniels tried to take advantage of the situation there, tried to pin American Dragon, but watch out, low-key is right there, but Daniels turned around just in time.
And there you go, textbook belly-to-belly suplex out of Christopher Daniels. You'll see a lot of suplexes out of Christopher Daniels in this one.
Oh, absolutely. Christopher Daniels is a master of so many different styles of pro wrestling, as is low-key in the American Dragon.
Christopher Daniels right now, hearing the appreciations of the fans. The fans just appreciate the efforts of all three wrestlers and everybody here tonight at Ring of Honor. Double chop. We've seen throughout this matchup, Steve, the American Dragon and low-key working as a team at several points.
I know, which is so much to the disadvantage. Oh my goodness, did you see that?
He used his own momentum into a tornado DDT onto the American Dragon. He brought it into a tidal wave.
Both men are down. He's got to crawl over there. Hook one of their legs. He's got him. This could be it.
And Loki, look at the ring awareness of Loki, that he was able to hook the leg while going for the cover. Very smart from Loki.
But another smart thing that Christopher Daniels did, he's back under the first rope. He's taking a breather. He's trying to get his senses together. And while he's doing that, neither American Dragon or Low-Key can pin him.
It's a great offense. Let the American Dragon and Low-Key beat the hell out of each other, and then he'll come maybe sneak in there and score a pinfall.
Oh!
Looked like Loki was going to try and give him some kind of an avalanche-style belly-to-back suplex.
American Dragon taking too much time, and Chris Daniels capitalizes.
Christopher Daniels now going up top.
Christopher Daniels, an abdominal stretch on the top rope.
And look at the added leverage he has by placing him into the abdominal stretch on the top rope.
But what's Low-Key doing?
Low-Key again back to those brutal kicks, and throughout the matchup, the more this match goes on, those kicks are going to wear them down.
Low-Key goes to the top. What are we going to see? Oh my goodness! Look at the ab muscles of Chris Daniels being stretched. His neck, the thighs, the calves, the quads, everything's being stretched right there. If he could have held that a little longer, we may have seen Christopher Daniels tap out.
Low-Key likes to call that the hanging dragon, and that was not enough. I don't know if you can get any kind of a submission as he's on the ropes, but follows through with a pinfall cover, not enough.
It just shows what great physical shape that all three of these athletes are in, that they can take this much abuse to each other's body and still wrestle at the same intensity they did in minute one of this match.
Looked like he was going for a total roll there. No, Low-Key lands on his feet, takes him back over. The American Dragon now going for maybe a tiger suplex here. Look at the muscles of Low-Key, just trying to get out
right in the back of the head.
Christopher Daniels now, Blue Thunder Driver. Not enough.
What is it going to take to beat one of these men?
At this point in time, I think Low-Key has the advantage as he has been kicking both the American Dragon and Christopher Daniels throughout this matchup, and it has to be wearing him down. Tidal wave and a miss, no.
Christopher Daniels saw what Low-Key was planning, and he's changing it.
Christopher Daniels now.
Oh, did you see that?
Absolutely brutal. Taking a page out of the martial arts background of Low-Key. Low-Key in a real bad predicament right now.
Let him chop at his thigh, taking out the leg of Christopher Daniels.
Low-Key up top. Low-Key can fly. Low-Key started out in the business as a high flyer and has since moderated his style. American Dragon now up. Looks like he's going to go for a big superplex there.
What's Christopher Daniels doing?
Christopher Daniels going in to seize this opportunity.
Oh my goodness. A belly to back superplex. All three men are down.
All three men on the receiving end of that move. Who wants it more, Steve Corino? Who wants it more? That's going to be the deciding factor in this one.
They all want it, but who took the worst bump on that? Was it Low-Key, who came down first? American Dragon, who was stuck in the middle? Or Christopher Daniels, who used all his energy to pick up not one, but two men on the top rope?
The reputation of Low-Key, the reputation of the American Dragon, the reputation of Christopher Daniels. Reputation means absolutely nothing at this point. It's what are you going to do now? Do you have what it takes to pull out the victory?
You're just seeing three men right now working on heart and desire.
And the American Dragon with the judo-style DDT on Christopher Daniels. Looks like maybe he's going to go for that cattle mutilation. No. Instead, it looks like maybe he's going to go for a dragon suplex. A dragon suplex it is.
What a bridge.
And Low-Key knew he had to break that up. Not that he wants to help out Christopher Daniels, but he doesn't want to lose the matchup. Low-Key now, looked like he was going for a fisherman suplex there. And Low-Key taking him down with that hybrid martial arts style, right on his back with a dragon clutch. The dragon clutch by Low-Key.
Could this be it?
Look at the American.
Stretching. Did you see the shoulder muscles of Low-Key as he was pulling on the neck of American Dragon?
Did you see the hands, the arms of the American Dragon flailing like he was drowning in water or something? Both of these wrestlers now, Christopher Daniels and Low-Key trading blows. Christopher Daniels with an STO.
Right on the back of Low-Key's head.
And Christopher Daniels pointing to the ropes. He might be going for that triple jump moonsault. Looks exactly like...
There it is. It's all over.
He nailed it.
American Dragon makes the save.
Again, American Dragon doesn't want to save Low-Key because he likes Low-Key. Low-Key doesn't want to save Christopher Daniels because he likes Christopher Daniels. It's all about themselves at this point.
That's right. It's not about being selfish. It's about being the winner, about being number one here at Ring of Honor.
Christopher Daniels pulling a veteran-like maneuver. He is the most crafty of these three. Nails the American Dragon with a clothesline. What a big roundhouse kick.
All three of these athletes are on. Oh my!
A handspring into a tidal wave by Low-Key.
Would I be wrong if I said that this is not only the greatest triple threat match that you've ever seen, but this may be the greatest match you've ever seen?
This is absolutely the greatest match I've ever seen, the greatest match I've ever called, the greatest match I've ever been a part of. This match is absolutely phenomenal, and it's not even over, Steve Corino. It's not over.
I don't want it to be over. I'm having so much fun watching these three great athletes go at it. These three are so exciting. You know who's the luckiest? All these fans that are here watching, all these fans that have ordered the tape on rfvideo.com. This match is going to go down in history as one of the greatest matches of all time, and you fans are the lucky ones.
The counter mutilation now being applied to Christopher Daniels. He softened him up with that roaring elbow. A twisting Phoenix splash. Are you kidding me? A twisting Phoenix splash out of Low-Key.
That American Dragon was bridged up, so he took it worse. But Christopher Daniels took it on the neck also. All three men are down. Low-Key used a lot of energy to hit that move. This match, imagine, I'm tired, you're tired. Imagine what these three guys are feeling right now. Oh my
Key
goodness.
Crusher, Key Crusher. That's it. That's it. Key Crusher does it. Key Crusher does it.
Low-Key is your winner. Low-Key, the main event. Low-Key, the debut show of Ring of Honor is your winner. And ladies and gentlemen, he's not just the winner, he's the man that has all the bragging rights in Ring of Honor.
What a tremendous show. What a tremendous matchup. What a tremendous wrestler. And Low-Key to pull it out. He wanted it maybe just a little bit more. It was maybe a little bit more focused. No matter what it was, no matter what it is, nobody can take this W away from Low-Key.
For all you fans that thought professional wrestling has gotten stale over the years, you have to tune in. You have to rewind. You have to see this tape over and over again because you've seen the greatest athletes in pro wrestling here at Ring of Honor.
Steve, what can we say? Listen to this crowd.
Unbelievable. They're as appreciative as we are. All the boys in the locker room, they all know that they've seen one of the greatest matches of wrestling history tonight with Low-Key, American Dragon, and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. What a night.
And if everything falls into place, I'm sure these three great athletes will be shaking hands and showing appreciation for the efforts of each other.
Absolutely. You know how I feel about shaking hands, but you know what? All three athletes, it's not about hate, it's not about anything but honor and respect, and all three of these guys have respect for each other.
You're just mad about that Hashimoto loss.
I'm mad about every loss, Eric. You ever lost anything? Oh, that's right, you've never wrestled. American Dragon has the microphone. Let's go to American Dragon.
Okay. You made it one this match. You didn't beat the American Dragon. So what I propose, if you're willing to accept, is next month here at Ring of Honors, you and me wrestle in a singles match. Decide who's really the best. What do you say?
Hold on, Dragon. I hear the land in your voice, brother. This is Ring of Honor. I mean, listen to these fans. Listen to what they're saying. Listen, guys. Like I said, this is Ring of Honor. With all the emotion in this room, okay, American Dragon, the only thing I can say is, you both can go to hell!
What? He didn't just say that!
You both to beat me! If this was a singles match, I'd beat you, or I'd beat you! In fact, if I had to wrestle you both in singles matches on the same night, I can do it also!
Both in that same night as he out of his mind.
Is that a challenge?
He's lost it.
Somebody book that!
For someone who just got beat, you think you're pretty great, don't you?
Damn right.
I'm a little shocked at Christopher Daniels.
Dragon, if this is what you want,
This is what I want.
this is what you got. Chris Daniels, if you want to say, brother, I'll give it to you. In fact, why not all three of us fight one another next show in a round robin tournament?
You know,
Oh,
Steve,
hell yeah!
you know, Steve, it makes a whole lot of sense now when Christopher Daniels was shaking his head when Super Crazy and Eddie Guerrero walked by. He was that disbelief that they could honor each other. When they shook their hands, he couldn't believe it. Now it's all making sense.
Christopher Daniels wants to be number one.
And when that is said and done, I will prove to you that I am the best talent here in the Ring of Honor.
Hey, he's got the bragging rights. He won the match.
That's right. He survived the triple threat match. Low key is the man here in Ring of Honor. And Christopher Daniels isn't too happy about it.
What a tremendous night this has been. And I can't wait until next month. Look at the handshake right there. What a sign of respect between these two. They kick the hell out of each other for 20, 30 minutes, but yet they shake hands.
Well, what's going to happen here?
It's the code of honor. He's got to shake their hand.
Yeah, I agree.
What?
Oh, I've known Christopher Daniels a long time. There's something eating at him.
What a disrespectful son of a...
I have to say I'm shocked.
And so is Low-Key. What's going to happen the next time out in a round-robin tournament? Christopher Daniels, Low-Key, American Dragon, they all have to wrestle each other in singles matches.
No matter who wins those matches, the big winners are the fans. Ladies and gentlemen, Ring of Honor debut show. Here is the man that's carrying the torch right now. Low-Key, the man that won the triple threat match. The man that was at the main event. And look at it, the name says it all. Ring of Honor.
And for all the latest information on the Ring of Honor, go to ROHWrestling.com.
And don't forget, you can order this videotape and many other great videotapes at www.rfvideo.com or by phone at 215-891-9404.
And we'll see you back out here on March the 30th for the next Ring of Honor. Eric Gargiulo and Steve Corino, it's been an absolute pleasure.
In fact, it's been an honor.
I'll tell you what I think of Ring of Honor. You got a bunch of guys here giving their all, giving everything they have of athletic ability up in that ring. You know, it's not about
angles. It's not about money. It's not about who wants to be a bigger star. Ring of Honor has to do with honor. It's got to do with balls, man. Balls up in that ring. I lost tonight. You got an upcoming star like Super Crazy, and I lost fair and square in the ring. You know what that tells me? That tells me that I'm either off my game, or guys are getting better, or I need to get hungry again. The choice is mine. But I will tell you something, Ring of Honor, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to continue, because I see nothing but great athleticism here. I see nothing but hunger here. And I want that hunger again. I want that eye of the tiger again. It's not over. Not by a long shot.
Jesus.